was just saying that people were asking me about it. I know, but I was going to see if y'all could say something or not. But if you did, okay, well, they thought those were numbers, and they didn't partner there. They thought it was safe.
He numbered it, you're right.
I know, but people are thinking it's safe. So
Matter of fact,
I'm just letting you know.
Matter of fact, I was gonna say something about the parking lot today.
Okay. That's what people are thinking. It's numbered. Okay.
Yeah. But no, no, we
TJ mentioned too, so like at the sale, they had buyers groups, right? Yeah. I heard talking last year about a couple like buyers groups at the sale.
we have fire groups.
Yes, no. My question is, like, when we look like Buffalo's so maybe they belong to buyers group, they just don't know about them. But like we don't, I don't see it.
They're buyers.
You can set up a buyer's group if you want to. There's nothing official. I think it's just get your group together and say this is the Jewett area business.
So there's not like a legal, like you have to get.
At the county show?
Yeah.
So you know how many buyers groups there is? There's a lot of people that probably don't even know. So my experience got about 50 ideas, but all they do is add on to the lower project. Just like Jimmy Hill and Mike Betty and all those other people that all stuff around there. But they don't buy anything. They just add on to it. So you get with somebody that's got a good heart, because he's got a lot of businesses on their house. I'm out for a problem. Norman G reads all theirs out. Norman G puts it there. But they don't really do it over here. My experience. Just like doggone it. Brad Barry does the county show there. It's just a big people too. Not just show there.
Mike is hot.
I'll read that, after I read what, just hand it out to whoever. I'd like to know what the county actually does.
That's it. Like, you just get your stuff together and
Okay, I'm sorry, it's past time by that. I'll go by my watch. It's past time, so thank y'all very much. We're going to have a prayer by Commissioner Sullivan, and then we'll have pledges. Thank you.
Let's bow. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, oh God, we come to you this morning and we're grateful, oh God, you sent us rain last night. Yes. God, we need you to be here in this meeting this morning to lead, guide, and direct us, and may it all be pleasing to you. We thank the 4-H for being here this morning and feeding breakfast this morning. We pray, oh God, for all of our offices. We pray for the government, all of our governments. We pray for peace, oh God. Lead, guide, and direct them, and forgive us all where we failed you, oh God. Now, lead, guide, and direct us on our way home and keep us safe. We pray all these things in Jesus' holy name, the man and all we love. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one indivisible. Okay, do I hear a motion saying we approve the claims and the minutes of approved fees?
I make a motion to approve the claims.
Got a motion by Paul for the claims and the minutes. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Joey. Any more discussion on that? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we also have number 4, approved payroll. And this payroll is for April the 3rd, 2026. Do I hear a motion saying we approve that?
So moved.
Got a motion by Kyle, second by TJ. Any more discussion on that? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We have got one public comment. Carol Milder, go ahead, Carol.
Good morning. Well, election season may feel like it's over, but it's not over. We have a runoff coming up, and we have some great candidates that are still in the Republican runoff. One of them is our railroad commissioner. We're going to be voting for that, and with all the oil and gas stuff going on in Leon County, it's real important that we have someone that knows us. Cat Wall is having a meet and greet for Beau French on the 22nd of April. It is a invitation only, and you do have to RSVP. It's not an open. She told me I could invite everybody at Commissioner's Court this morning. But if you would like to come, there is a site to RSVP, and I have some information about it if you're interested. And be sure and vote.
Thank you very much. Okay, we have some special guests with us today. AgriLife is here, and they got some presentations, and turn it over to Cassie first. Cassie.
Can I be behind you? There's a lot of us. Can I stand behind you?
Sure. Oh, yeah. Sure can. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, howdy, y'all, and good morning. We are kicking off Volunteer Appreciation Month today. I know it's actually, I think, next week. But we wanted to be here to court and to present to y'all. We did have our volunteer appreciation breakfast this morning. If you missed it, we have lots of leftovers, and we'll kind of keep that warm until lunchtime, so y'all can swing on by there after y'all are done here over in Annex 1 on the 3rd floor. But we're very appreciative of our volunteers. With the Leon County AgriLife Extension Office, we have volunteers from 4-H to Master Gardeners to TIA, to all sorts of other volunteers at different levels, especially with our Leon County Livestock Show, the Normandy Junior Livestock Show, and all of the other programs that we do. We have over 400 kids in 4-H, and we have to, the only way to have that program be successful as it is because of our volunteers. I forget how many Master Gardeners and TIA ladies we have, but we are very thankful and grateful for our volunteers and the many, many hours that they put in for Leon County. You'll see lots of the different things that we do across the county, from the flower beds to doing health programs, to volunteering at rewards pantries, all sorts of stuff at the county and even the state and even the national and international level that we do. So we're very grateful for the support of our commissioners and our judge and everybody else in Leon County and all of the Leon County employees as well. The kids are going to start by saying a little presentation, and then we have a couple of our Master Gardeners as well with us they're going to talk to.
Every year, thousands of community volunteers donate their time and energy to make their cities and neighborhoods a better place to live. The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service conducts an annual review of the contributions made by tens of thousands of extension program volunteers in Texas. In the 2024 to 2025 programming year alone, the Extension Service engaged over 85,700 volunteers, dedicating an average of 36 hours annually, and amassing 3.15 million volunteers that are worth an estimated $105.4 million of economic impact across the state. Extension volunteers not only enhance their personal knowledge and goals, but also impart education and lifelong skills to others.
In Leon County, 478 volunteers, both youth and adults, serve as club leaders, project leaders, committee members, and in advisory capacities for extension programs, such as Texas Master Gardeners, Extension Education Association, Curriculum Enrichment Supporters, and the 4-H Youth Development Program this past year. 478 volunteers with a total of 15,762 volunteer hours resulted in an estimated 548,359.98 economic impact right here in Leon County.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service relies on its extensive volunteer program to mobilize resources and extend programming outreach across the entire Lone Star State. Our volunteers are the backbone of our agency's mission, amplifying the impact of extension and connecting with communities on a meaningful level. Thank you to all of our Extension volunteers for the impact you create for Texans each and every day. And thank you, Leon County Judge, Commissioners, and all employees for your continued support of the AgriLife Extension Program and helping us make the best better right here in Leon County.
Perfect. And then we have two of our Texas 4-H ambassadors. They are ambassadors on the state level. They're going to give a quick little brief about what they do, and then I'm going to pass it over to our Master Gardeners.
Howdy, I'm John Landry. I'm a Texas Youth Livestock Poultry Ambassador, and I work all across the state, but I want to talk a little bit about a project that I led and supervised this year called the Hen House of Hope. So about 8 to 9 months ago, I started with soliciting donations from all over the county, in Centerville, Buffalo, all the way to Madisonville, even out of the county, and also in Normandy. I went to different businesses and raised funds so I could build a hen house for what's called the House of Hope in Madisonville, Texas. It is a Christian halfway house for men so they can get back into the community. They have about 65 to 70 men there that eat a lot of food, spend a lot of time there. So what I did was I got all of those funds. I bought it was like a $30 plan online for a hen house that me, my father, my grandpa, who is an engineer, I consulted with, and a lot of other volunteers that we invited. We built a hen house at our house, got everything, and we also bought 12 hens for around $200 to donate just straight to the House of Hope. And we also gave any money that was left over, any food for the volunteers that was left over, to the House of Hope so they could have a lot of eggs hopefully waiting for them, so it would cut back on their cost of living and their cost of food, because 65 to 70 guys, they eat a lot of food. But yes, I'm a poultry ambassador. I travel across the state and advocate for poultry as well as agriculture as a whole, and I've really loved it for the 4 years I've been doing it, as well as the 10 years I've just been in 4-H advocating for poultry and agriculture. Thank you.
Howdy y'all, my name is Clay Workman. I'm a Texas 4-H water ambassador, and it is a statewide project through 4-H that we learn about the different impacts that water have on our state and the different issues around the state. We go to across the state, West Texas, North Texas, Panhandle. We basically go everywhere and just learn about the different situations that are going on, the different technologies that are now being used today to reduce the water issues here in Texas. So.
Do you have anything you wanted to say? Yeah. I'll brag on all these kids. These are all our Leon County 4-H Council members, and they probably put in over 100 hours just this past week with me from Saturday to Saturday at both of the livestock shows. So I ask a lot of them. These two guys are supposed to get 40 hours each year for their specific ambassador programs, but they go way over that each year, helping me as well as other people across the state. I'll now pass it over to our Master Gardeners.
My name is Susan Roush. I have been in Master Gardeners for 10 years now. Leon County Master Gardeners are volunteers trained by Texas A&M AgriLife Extension in research-based horticulture, including soils, water, conservation, composting, entomology, plant pathology, and related subjects. We have 69 certified Texas Master Gardeners here in Leon County and 8 interns right now working on their certification. We maintain 3 garden projects: the Veterans Memorial, the Pocket Park next to Wells Fargo, and the Rose Garden next to Solon Park. We also put in some flower beds at Harriman Park, which we don't maintain them. We just put them in there when they were doing their renovation. We also teach junior master gardeners to 3rd graders in all 5 elementary schools, except we didn't do Oakwood this year, but we have someone to do it next year. We also have our Lunch and Learn gardening series and our herbology classes. These are all free and open to the public. We put out scarecrows every October in Leon County. We decorate the courthouse every Christmas. We have one $1,500 scholarship we give to a senior every May. We have an outreach program where we go out in the public to inform and speak to the public on topics covering horticulture, gardening, and agriculture. We also help with the Leon County Youth Livestock Show. We help judge the photography contest, the barnyard tour, and we helped with Special Edition Day for special needs kids. We also help with many 4-H programs such as Leon County Health and Safety Fair, Leon County Agriculture Fair, Leon County 4-H Food Show, and Food Challenge. And we also, lastly but most exciting, we have an actual address for our organization now in front of the Expo Center on Highway 75. We are we've moved in 2 20-foot containers, and hopefully pretty soon we're going to start building our demonstration gardens.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning, thank you. Thank you.
Sir, thank you. Sir, thank you.
While we're talking about AgriLife and our kids and all, TJ, you want to give us a brief overview of the sale and what happened out there?
So, yeah, I guess I'll do that. The livestock show was a success, lasted from Saturday to Saturday, from setup to cleanup at the expo. Everything went great out there. They sold 143 lots. There was probably a record number of exhibitors and several hogs, had a lot of numbers, but the Ag Mechanics project was about 40% more people showed Ag Mechanics projects this year at the county show than have in the past, and that thing is taking off and doing real well. And I'm talking about some excellent welding projects from across the entire county, from one end to other. And a lot of those participants out there had won awards at San Antonio, Houston, San Angelo, and different places. So the county show ended up, probably most of y'all seen on Facebook, $1,920,000 at the sale, which exceeded about $700,000 or $800,000 over last year's sale, and just a great turnout out there. Norman G. Livestock Show had their sale on Saturday night, their show Friday and Saturday, and they too had sold some lots down there, and it was almost $400,000 worth from the Norman G. Livestock Show. So after add-ons, it'll be well over $2.5 million raised for the youth of Leon County this week at the Leon County Livestock Show. So that's a great support of the businesses. The community always does a great job out there, and the volunteers and the employees at the expo did an excellent job out there this week. So
Thank you very much. Thank you for the people of Leon County. I was out there Saturday, and I did not see anybody from outside the county. They were bidding, were there. I mean, your big companies that have come in the past, I didn't see anybody or hear their names. So it's a tribute to the people in Leon County to support and be good for our youth, because that is a great thing for our youth. Thank you very much. The other thing I want to tell y'all real quickly is there is a new parking lot right behind us here. And you're welcome to. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Here you go. This way. Anyway, it's 36 slots, and just because our number does not mean that somebody's assigned a plot or a lot or a parking place.
Yeah.
Do what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But anyway, right now it's first come, first serve. Right. But anyway, it's 36 places, so please feel free to park there. It'll be a lot closer than walking all the way from Annex 1 over here or whatever you got to do. So we're excited about that. The other thing is I learned this last week that Leon County will be 180 years old this year, October the 16th, and we're going to have a little. We're going to do a proclamation, and we're going to probably have a birthday cake. It won't be a big deal, but we'll celebrate sometime either on the 16th or sometime around the 16th anyway. So I just want to let everybody know so they can kind of be planning to come to eat some cake. Thank y'all. Oh, and by the way, thank y'all very much for the breakfast. I know they're already gone, but the breakfast was outstanding, just like normal. So that's a great deal that they do. Okay. Number 7, discuss probably take action on allowing Connecticut to install new fiber network in Annex 2. Is there somebody here from Connecticut? There was supposed to be.
Do you want to skip to 28?
Oh, excuse me. Let's go to 28 real quick. Discuss probably take action on 391 applications and make any recommendations for committee members. Anybody want to lead off with this? Okay, we did not have the right proportionate people that applied, so we're going to go back out for reapplying. We actually needed somebody from precinct 1. We had it from all the other precincts, but anyway, we're going to go back out. We're going to contact the ones that have put their application in to let them know that, and I will, as far as I'm concerned, we can accept what they sent us, but I want them to know that it's going to be re-looked at again. And then the other ones, we'll look at them and put them all together and see if we can get a right proportion. But that'll be, we'll do that on the morning of the 27th. Is that right? Is that what we decide?
What about the mayor, the city elections?
Well, okay, that's correct. City elections are May the 2nd, so probably would be better if we waited till after May the 2nd. So our meeting right after the elections is May the 11th. That should be enough time for them to just get a 1-page or 2-page application to us. So we're going to try our best to have it on May the 11th at 8:30. Pick the members, and then the May the 11th meeting like this one, the regular meeting, we'll name the members. But right now, we're not going to be naming the members because we did not have the right number of people proportionally.
So
yes, sir.
When y'all had the application for the elected officials, when I called to ask Tammy how an elected official applied, there wasn't any delineation between the citizen and the elected official. Is there a delineation for how they apply, and if so, if not, do they just apply? How does the elected official go about it?
No, it's the same application, but now we did fail to put on the application a box for elected official, and now when we put the new one out, well, we'll delineate that. But the 3 that put theirs in somehow knew about it. We did send out an email a week ago to encourage elected officials. We had 1 at that time, and I was a little worried we weren't going to even have 3, but we did end up with 3. But again, it wasn't the right proportionate. But is that okay with everybody? What I just
Yeah, I think I was just looking at the calendar. It looks like May 8th would be the end date for the May 11th.
Yeah, May 8th would be the end date. Yes,
court
at say 4 o'clock.
Okay,
on May 8th.
That's what we're going to propose. Reopen the application period.
Reopen the application period
through May 8th,
and
at 4
through May
o'clock.
8th, and then have it open where we make a decision May the 11th.
May the 11th.
Are there certain elected officials that don't qualify?
Yes, only ones that qualify, we went back and looked, is municipal, which is city council and mayor, and county. And because we've exempted ourselves, so you're looking at county clerks and district clerks and JPs and constables, anybody other than us, okay? Other than that, that's the only elected officials there can be, 2/3. Do what?
I just said in the county, like with the county.
Yeah, of course, with the county. And so that's why we were talking about the elections, because there's 3 pretty good elections going on right now in June, Buffalo, and Centerville, and so there's probably at least 9, maybe potentially new elected officials that might, take over. So they may want to apply. So we'll see. All right.
Yeah,
I need a motion and a second that we do that.
Not yet. Judge, I move that we reopen the application period for the 391. Since we didn't have enough applicants from each precinct represented, they need to be turned in May 8th by 4 p.m. and another meeting at 8:30 to review that on May the 11th.
Right.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Do they turn them into Tammy?
Ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, same process.
Yeah, same process, yes. Okay, number 7, do we have anybody here from Connecticut?
No, but they called me about it, and what the state's wanting them to have their own line into the clerk's office to do license and all, so that's what they want.
Into the tax office?
Yes, into the tax office to do license renewals and truck, pickup car license renewal, but it's just something they're wanting, and so that's who they're wanting to use.
And they're paying for all of it.
Yeah, they're paying for all of it.
And what's interesting is it's the backup. It's not the primary. They're going to continue to use ours as primary. What?
That's Windstream.
That's Windstream. Yes, that's Windstream.
So that's what they wanted to do.
So they just need
Do they give us
permission.
does anybody know if they gave us any options? Because I know we've been trying to get rid of Windstream.
They're paying for everything, it's not gonna cost us.
It's not gonna cost us anything,
No,
so the
definitely
state's
not.
gonna get the bill, so it won't be, okay. We don't have to.
Nothing, it costs us nothing.
permission to go in the building.
Even the monthly invoice will go
They
in.
just need our approval to go into the
Okay,
building.
Right.
cool.
I'll also move.
Got a motion by Joey to approve that. Do you hear a second to that?
Second.
Second by Paul. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, number 8, presentation and funding request by Scotty's House regarding child abuse awareness and prevention month, and update on services provided to Leon County children and families. How are you again?
I'm great. How are
Good,
you
good.
doing? Thank you so much for letting us come and speak to you today. My name is Melanie Scarpacci, and I am the Director of External Relations with Scotty's House, and with me today is Allison Prince, our Director of Development. So unfortunately, we know that 1 in 10 children will be sexually abused before their 18th birthday. And of those, 90% will never tell anyone. So we know that children who experience this type of abuse go on to have a host of different social and psychological trauma that may include nightmares, hypervigilance, poor self-esteem. We know that children who experience abuse are more likely to become addicted to drugs and alcohol. They're more likely to become incarcerated as adults. So child safety is very much a community effort and a community responsibility. So why do we need a Children's Advocacy Center? So before we had a CAC, we would have children, if they made an outcry of abuse, they would have to tell their story at least half a dozen times to everyone who's involved in the investigation. And they're talking to law enforcement, they're talking to Child Protective Services. If it goes to court, they're talking to lawyers, judges. If they need medical attention, then they're having to go and tell their story, to a medical professional. And basically, these children were having to relive this nightmare over and over again. And we're basically, the system that was meant to protect them just wasn't protecting them. And prosecution rates were terrible. It was just awful. So they came up with the idea of a Child Advocacy Center. It actually started in Huntsville, Alabama in the late 80s. And they had the idea that, the children come to one place where they receive all the services. So we work with law enforcement and Child Protective Services to investigate the most severe cases of child abuse. We serve children from birth to 17 and developmentally delayed adults. We provide forensic interviews, forensic medicals, counseling, and then we also have what we call a multidisciplinary team. So for all the 7 counties that we serve, we have an MDT. And we come together once a month at least and go case by case so that we know where the case is is it been indicted? Have they done an arrest? Is it going to trial? All the way from the first time a kiddo comes in through our doors to the time that they're through counseling and after the case. We want to make sure that we provide everything we can to help this family move through this system with a little less trauma. And so we are one of 70 child advocacy centers in the state of Texas. We're the only Scotty's House, though. Each child advocacy center reflects the community that it serves, so we all look a little different, but we all have the same core services. So a little about us. We were founded in 1995, and we are dedicated to the memory of Scotty, who was the son of a local pediatrician, Dr. Kathy Burford. Scotty was tragically taken from his daycare by his father when he was 4, and his father killed both Scotty and himself before the FBI could recover the child. And so it was just really important for the community to come together and make sure that something good could come of something that was really so tragic. And so we celebrated our 30th anniversary last year, and we are just really excited to be able to continue to serve kiddos in our community. So this just kind of gives you an idea of the 7 counties that we serve. It's quite a bit of square miles there. And then we go through case criteria, and then we do have 50 plus community partner agencies that we work with. So normally when a child makes an outcry, in a typical case, the child will come to Scotty's House at the very beginning of the investigation. and they will meet with a forensic interviewer. And that is a trained professional who knows how to talk to children in a very non-leading, very child-friendly way. It's used to get the child's story so that it can be preserved. It's sort of like when you give a statement, to law enforcement. This is how the video and the recording of the forensic interview goes. So they'll meet with the forensic interviewer. It's just the forensic interviewer and the child, and they talk about, if something has happened. Sometimes children have made an outcry, sometimes they haven't. The majority of cases that we see are victims of sexual abuse, but then we also see children who have experienced extreme physical abuse. They've witnessed violence, like domestic violence or a homicide, or there's been other outcries of abuse within the home, and even though they may not have made an outcry, we still want to bring them in and make sure that they're safe. And we also have our multidisciplinary case coordination. We will get together with the investigating agencies, staff it, kind of know what we're dealing with before we go into the interview. They receive a forensic interview. We do have family support specialists, and so they'll meet with the family when they first come in. Children are allowed to be accompanied by a non-offending family member, and our family support services will meet with the families, determine if there's maybe any other needs they need from another agency that we can refer them to. We do have some resources. We have a resource room, and in it we have, if there's need of toiletry items, laundry detergent, shoes. We also have shelf-stable meal kits that we can do. That's been really popular lately. And we can cater them to, smaller families to larger families. And so it's really been nice to have that for our kiddos and families. And we also encourage the family to take advantage of counseling. So we offer counseling for not just the kiddo, but any non-offending family member. We do group therapy, individual therapy. We have play therapy. We have an entire grounds that we can go. We have walking paths and nature trails. So we really try to utilize our space and find what works for each client. Medical exams. So we do forensic medicals. We can do them both on-site at Scotty's house, or we also will respond whenever there is, at Baylor Scott & White, they have a forensic nursing program, and so we work with them. Those are also the same nurses that come to Scotty's house and do the exams. And then counseling. So like I said, we have counseling for the whole family. We really encourage parents and families to take advantage of it. It's free, but also our counselors are trained in trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy. It's such an effective model when we're working with kiddos who have dealt with this type of trauma, and they just have such a better chance of being able to move forward and have a happy, healthy childhood. And so counseling is really, really valuable.
Good morning. What Melanie was talking about is something none of us really ever want to think happens in our communities, but unfortunately it does. Across our 7-county region last year in 2025, we served just over 1,000 children. That was pretty level from the previous year, went down by, I think, less than 5 children. Over 670 forensic interviews were conducted, 155 medicals, both at our facility and on site at Baylor Scott & White or other hospitals in the area. We provided family support services to 644 families, as well as provided counseling services, almost 3,000 counseling sessions. That's to both the child as well as the non-offending family member. Because what we know for a child's, the best course for a child's healing is for there to be wraparound services to the whole family. So not only does the child receive counseling, but also any family members that want to take advantage of that as well. Our counseling is also not limited to a certain number of sessions per child. They're able to provide counseling to the child as long as they are still feeling the effects and showing symptoms of trauma. So that's something that they monitor throughout the counseling sessions to see when they are reducing symptoms of trauma. And that's when we'll graduate them from our program. And they're always eligible to come back if they need to. More specifically for Leon County, since we are in Leon County, we served 56 children last year from Leon County. That was a 33% increase from the previous year. Overall statewide intakes, that's reports to CPS of suspected child abuse, that also went up last year in Leon County. That was something I looked at in preparing for today. I just wanted to kind of look at that a little bit closer. On average, it costs us, for everything that Melanie talked about, if a child starts with an outcry and comes in for a forensic interview all the way through to graduation, it costs on average for us to serve one child about $2,000 a year. So in total, we served, or we provided about $94,000 worth of services to Leon County residents last year. The way our, oops, I didn't mean to do that. The way our funding works is we're about just a little bit over 50% of our funding comes from state funding sources. And then the rest of it is raised locally through events, grants, individual donations, and then also support from counties and cities. We do play a very critical role in Leon County in the investigation process, working with Leon County District Attorney's Office as well as our County Sheriff's Office as part of that MDT program. But something also that our staff will do is go and testify during cases, during prosecution, as expert witnesses. Our Director of Counseling Services and one of our, the forensic interviewer, a lot of times will get called to testify in court as an expert on child abuse and child abuse prosecution, the disclosure process, all of those things. And we do not charge for that. That is always done completely in kind. In 2025, of course, we served 33% more children. Here in Leon County, we also provided 49.5 hours of expert testimony and court preparation, which averages out to be about $12,000 of in-kind support to the county as well. Overall, our work, what we always want at the center of everything that we do is the child. We don't want any child to walk this path, but if they do, we want qualified, strong services to be right there to give them the best outcome. We know that we can't erase what's happened to them, but we can also help them find healing and move forward in a positive way as much as possible. So we did provide a funding request. You guys have funded us in previous years, and we are very appreciative of that. So part of this is to let you know how those funds are going to work, but also to ask for your continued support.
Thank you.
Any questions?
I went and visited them. If you ever get a chance, call them and they'll give you on a tour, but it's a pretty impressive little, well, not a little, it's an impressive organization and what they do and how they do it, and we're very blessed to have them here in our county. Very blessed.
April, oh sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say, okay, April is Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month. We were just out here last week, was it?
Last week.
For our Child Abuse Awareness ceremony, and also in front of the courthouse you'll see the pinwheels that are planted. We do that in each of our counties, as well as a few spots in Bryan where our office is. And each pinwheel represents one child that was a victim of child abuse. And a couple years ago, we had a pinwheel garden in front of our building, and a little boy was coming in one day, and he was talking to his counselor, and he said, what are those blue spinny things out there in the area outside of the building? And she said, oh, those are pinwheels. We plant those in honor of all the kids that come here to be served. And he said, is there one for me? Because I don't want to be forgotten. And so that is, that's really what we do and why we're here. I can give you stories all day long of the impact and the good things that happen and the healing that happens there too.
Thank y'all very much.
Don't we normally use unclaimed funds?
We use unclaimed funds. I've got information, but we've done it over the last few years. I know y'all are requesting $10,000. I believe that's what we gave last year, I believe. I'm not sure. I wish I had looked into that, but
There's a little bit less last year.
it costs, like she said, it costs about,
It was a little less than last year.
it costs $12,375, plus what you did for us, $94,000. I would like to recommend that we fund it out of the unclaimed credits of $10,000. Huh?
We have enough.
Oh yeah, we have plenty in there.
I mean, I just didn't remember how much it was.
Yeah, we got last year we had over $50,000 in there.
Wonderful.
You're looking.
That would be taking up budget time, Jim.
Yeah, it'd be for next year. This is for next year, not this year.
Right.
26, 27.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we can talk about budget.
Okay, anyway.
I also wanted to mention another service that we provide is community education. So we can go and talk to anyone, from littles all the way up to adults, and we use the Monique Burr Foundation's curriculum. It is phenomenal. It's very age appropriate. And we have an amazing community educator who goes into schools, talks to kiddos. But then she also does recognize and report for any child professional, or a lot of times teachers and child care professionals need licensing or certification. And so our recognize and report meets that criteria. And we also go and talk about recognizing and reporting abuse to community members. We have a very short recognize and report that we have tailored to fit utility workers or UPS drivers. So people who may not come into contact every day with children, but who may see homes or see situations on a regular basis. Maybe it's on their route. And if they see something that's concerning, they'll know what to do and how to report it. So we've made it very short, so it's a lot more digestible than the long 2-hour recognize and report. We also, one of our most popular for parents really, we work with the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children for their NCMEC. They have NetSmarts, and it is talking about online safety from littles all the way up to parents. We had a client come in, and his mother made sure that he didn't have any access to anything where he could chat or meet anyone online. And unfortunately, he was contacted by an alleged perpetrator and met up with him after meeting him online. And his mom was like, I don't know how that happened. Come to find out, she didn't realize that there is chat features on an Xbox. And that is where it took place. So just, kids are so smart, and technology just keeps advancing. And so being able to keep parents kind of on top of all of the changes and things they need to look out for is really valuable. So if you would ever want us to come do a presentation, please email me. My card is in the handouts. And again, I really enjoyed getting to tour Judge Ryder last year, and I would love to invite any of y'all to come so we can show you around, especially before we move into our new building next year. So we're really excited about that. But yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. But thank you so much. We really appreciate being able to be here.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Did you find anything?
I'm not sure which fund it's in.
Okay. Well, you make a motion?
We normally do, because when they give a presentation, we normally do that same.
Right, exactly, same time.
So we already should have been budgeted for last year somewhere.
Well, we did.
Yeah, we did. When was that for 20? That's probably not.
It's 26, 27.
We can let them listen on it. We'll put it on back on for next time.
Okay, you want to table it?
Move table.
Okay, got a motion to table number 8, second by Kyle. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. That'll be back on the agenda, and when I'll let you know after the next meeting.
Thank you
Okay,
so
thank
much.
you. Okay, number 9, discuss vote take action on proclamation of National County Government Month, April of 2026. I'm going to read this to you. It's real short. It's a proclamation. It says, whereas the nation's 3,069 counties serving more than 330 million Americans provide essential services to create health, safety, and vibrant communities, and whereas counties fulfill a vast range of responsibilities and deliver services that touch nearly every aspect of our residents' lives, and whereas the county as an intergovernmental partner interact local, state, and federal programs to address the needs of all the residents, whereas Leon County and all the counties take pride in our responsibility to protect and enhance the health, well-being, and safety of our residents in effective and cost-effective way. And whereas the nation to celebrate 250 years of independence this year, and counties have a long and rich history of serving residents, and whereas each year since 1991, the National Association of Counties has encouraged counties across the country to elevate awareness of county responsibility programs and services. And now therefore be it resolved that I, Byron Ryder, Leon County Judge, do hereby proclaim April 2026 as National County Government Month, and encourage all county officials, employees, schools, and residents to participate in county government's celebration activities. And with that, we're going to pass out a brochure that tells you what each elected position does in the county. And then we'll put the rest of them on the back table. If you want some additional brochures, you're sure welcome. But this kind of give you an idea of what all we do. So I hear a motion saying we approve this proclamation.
I move to approve.
Got a motion by Joey, second by Paul. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, number 10, discuss probably take action on May 2nd, 26th, notice of general and special uniform elections, and that's Donna.
So as most of you know, Saturday, May the 2nd is the uniform election date, and we currently have 5 entities that are participating. The City of Buffalo for City Council, City of Centerville, Mayor and City Council, City of Jewett, Mayor and City Council, Normandy ISD board members, and Oakwood ISD is holding a bond election. So early voting will be at those entity locations and starts on the 20th of April through the 28th. San Jacinto Day is the 21st, and the Secretary of the State does not want any voting on that day. All notifications have been published and everything is out there and it's been communicated. Election day, of course, is that Saturday. So I have some agreements that I would like to present for Judge Ryder to sign off on for the entities. This is the,
You have one?
yes, sir.
All
These
right,
are
we
the
need it.
originals. Mhm.
Okay.
It's the same form we always use.
We do-
Yes.
Yes, yeah, we
Yes,
do that
sir.
every year. Do I hear a motion saying we approve the notice of general and special uniform elections? This is for...
This is the City of Buffalo.
Got a motion by Joey, second by Paul. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I need to give this to her.
You're welcome. And while Judge is signing those, just a reminder, the primary runoff election is going to be Tuesday, May the 26th. Early voting will be in this room beginning Monday, May the 18th through Friday the 22nd, and those will be required 12-hour days. And the actual election days will be at Centerville Municipal Building, Buffalo Convention Center, Oakwood Church of Christ, Marquez Community Center, Flynn Volunteer Fire Department, Norman G. Masonic Lodge, Oakwood Volunteer Fire Department, and Jewett Convention Center. So more information to come on that. But I'm in the process of building that election right now. These are 2 back-to-back elections.
Okay, thank you very much. Any questions for her?
Any questions or comments?
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Yes, fine.
Okay, I guess 11, 12, and 13 are probably together, but let's do 11. Discuss vote take action on web service contract. And I think, John, you're here.
Howdy.
Hello, John.
All right. So we got information back from Jason with the TAC. Been working with him, and I know he met with some of y'all as well. Basically to talk about the website. And we had a number of questions we wanted to address and have answers to before we would approve it. So I've gotten answers, I think all the answers we're going to get basically, and then anything we want to do beyond that would be a custom quote. So let's start with what we know. We confirmed with them that we don't need the ultimate package. We can do the essentials to get everything we want. And that's basically the, let's see here, the quote that he sent over that has the annual hosting moving from $1,550 a year to $9,550, because that's the jump they're making at the TAC. And that stays the same no matter what we're doing if we're going to stay with them as a vendor. And then there's the migration fee, which is $15,950. They have a formal quote they sent to us. Instead of it being speculative, this is basically information I gave them in terms of how many web pages y'all have. and the amount of content we need to migrate. And so that's a formal quote for that amount. That stays the same if we do it this year or next year. So there's no price difference from doing it now or to later. Obviously, if we do it now, we have more runway if we run into any issues before the deadline. So my recommendation is that we do it this year. In terms of the add-ons that we had discussed, that basically gets us to the new site under the new model. They have 2 add-ons. So one is the accessibility compliance tool. So that's basically what gets us the accessibility requirements, where we have 2 tiers. And since the population here is just over 50,000, that adds an additional $2,700 recurring annual cost, and there's a $1,000 setup fee. So that's the formal quote he gave us back. And that's to get it to where it's the ADA compliant. And that's an entire other module that they add on so that they maintain that compliance above and beyond just like migrating at one time. And then there's another add-on, which is the agenda manager. So this one, let me explain this a little bit because it's basically the result of discussions around how to better manage the website long term. So we had conversations about just not giving people direct FTP access as county employees, the concerns with that. He did tell me that internally they're discussing offering basically a managed service for web for government where they could basically come in and update the pages on your behalf. That's still with their legal team because there's a lot of concerns around the liability that exposes them to. If someone on their team makes a mistake or does something a user asks for and it ends up being in violation of a law or a best practice. So he's like, I don't know how that's going to shake out. There's a lot of demand around it. So it would certainly behoove us to do it. He's like, but I don't know how legal is going to feel about it. So what they've done in the interim is they've come out with this TAC agenda manager. So basically what it does is it takes, any of you that ever messed with a website, you know, if you get into it, it's just a list of folders and files and you have to know what to do with each of them. This gives you an interface where it's more user friendly. So like there's kind of a setup window, there's an established set of documents. You can go in and easily edit those in like a little editor, save, and that lets you amend documents on the page. And that the primary purpose of this, where it started, was to easily be able to update and add court agendas for like Commissioner's Court. So you can have the entire agenda on there, you can have any discussion points, and someone can easily manage that and update that for every court meeting that's going to happen. But what they're offering is to basically make that available to each page. So they can sit down during the migration with the various departments and kind of decide, what part of the content on this would be something you want to be able to change on a regular basis. And let's make that available through this plugin. And now you can easily go in there and update it. So if you've got documents that frequently change or schedules that you need to update, you'd be able to do it through this plugin and not have to have FTP access or anything that would expose you to the site being compromised. I think it's a pretty good compromise given what they're dealing with on their side with the legal, because alternatively we would have to figure out how to fully outsource the web support side of this, which would be pretty expensive. So I think the cost of this, which they have as $1,850 as a recurring annual fee, and it has a $900 setup fee. So those are the 2 add-ons. This agenda manager, which we could, at that price, make available to each page the department wants to be able to manage their own site pages. And then the accessibility compliance tool for the ADA compliance. So there's a third piece to this, which we don't have, and that is the requests people have had around processing fees and things like that on the page. So I did talk to them at length about this. Basically, it's something that can be done, but essentially, because of what we're asking for, which is I go on there and I have like a parking ticket or something like that, and I'd be able to remit payment for that parking ticket straight from the page and not have to jump around between a bunch of different websites, or right now where it pulls up like a PDF form and you have to fill that out and hope that you filled it out correctly and submit it back. We want it to be like you're used to. You go to a page, you click it, you pay your fine, you're done. They can do that, but essentially what they'd want to do is sit down with each department that wants to do it and talk through exactly what you want to see. And what they would do is quote us on each respective page, because they're like, really, and I get where he's coming from. He's like, there's not a turnkey solution for that. That really depends on what you're paying, what vendor that goes through, if they allow us to basically pull that into the county page, or if it does require us to bounce out to their page. He's like, we can certainly simplify it. I walked through with them in person, like how complicated it is right now. I was like, look, what they're asking for is not crazy. Right now it's pretty convoluted. Some people have to print a PDF form out and fill it out and try to scan it back in, and then you hope they pay the right thing. And if they don't, you have to juggle that and figure out how to get that fixed. So they can certainly help create an interactive form or interactive payment field. But their point was we'd have to kind of do that on a department by department basis. And what they want to do is go ahead and get the site moved over, get it updated, and then be able to schedule those things out. So we're not holding up the whole thing to talk to each department and figure out that payment remittance process, if that makes sense. I understand where he's coming from. I think the pricing on this, from looking around at some other options, is pretty reasonable, which makes sense given the TAC. They're trying to be, cost effective. I think it gets us the ADA compliance. It gets us a real good way for people to edit the site content in a way that's user friendly, and it gets us fully migrated. So my recommendation would be that we would adopt this. I get that we're still going to have some conversations around the payment remittance, which is a big thing everybody wants to see. But I also understand, for talking with him, why it's a little more complicated than just saying, here's a turnkey solution for that, let's roll it out.
Right. So why wouldn't the ADA be part of the base? Because then don't we have to do that? Like, isn't that the whole point?
Yeah, you do.
So why is it an add-on? Like, what are we getting if we just migrated to without the ADA? What's the difference?
So,
or is that just what their cost increase is for the annual?
That's just that's the way that they're breaking it out and charging it.
Yeah.
That's the part that I was trying to get full understanding on, because when we first talked about this, they had all the different tiers, and I was trying to understand, well, what's included in these tiers, and what exactly are we not getting if we sign up for this?
Right.
And basically, what they ended up doing, because I think this was all in motion while we were having those initial conversations, is they came back and made that an add-on that basically is a plug-in. And the reason they did that was, it's kind of technical, but basically if you're dealing with the ADA side of it, what it requires is that you have someone that has a disability be able to navigate the page and work with that page. And they decided it'd be easier to do that as a plugin that they can continually update, to basically keep that part of it in alignment with whatever the law requires, if that changes year to year, rather than trying to bake that into each county's website and then having to go back in and update the site, which I get. Again, that makes sense in retrospect. So, but then they just broke that as a separate plugin as a result, and just say, here's
so
what it
in
costs.
order for us to be compliant, it's the base plus the ADA. That's our main.
Yes, that's the minimum compliance requirement. And then for the other ask, which was being able to interact with the sites easily, that's that
That's
third.
the 1850.
And what's the total on all the minimum?
It's 95 plus 29.
Well,
so 12, so 13.5. 13.
And 15.9.
Well, you got 25.5 plus.
So, out of that's migrating over that 91 pages, all those have to be, that's what's currently there that has to stay. Is there anything that can be cleaned up on that 91 pages to reduce that cost, or is that everything that's required to be there?
You could certainly reduce the page count. So the way that this quote came about, to be clear, was I did an inventory of all the pages on the county's behalf and submitted that to them. If we were wanting to reduce the page count, we would need to work with the departments to figure out which pages could be consolidated or trimmed. My concern with that is just, how much does that really save us in the grand scheme of things? Like if we're able to say reduce it by 7 or 8 pages versus how long that kicks it out. So we could certainly go both directions. But to be clear, that is from me.
Is the 15,950 based on the page count?
No.
If that's sort of the block, like in other words, if it was 89 pages or 95 pages, it's still going to be 15,950?
Right.
Okay, so it's not like it's going to save us money in the short term.
Right. So it does, they do base the migration on the pages, but he said that, it's really like a...
It's usually a block.
Yeah. He's like, you guys are on that block, but that really wouldn't change that much.
So over and above the 25.5, what else are we talking about in money-wise? I mean, what?
So, yeah, we're going to be at the 9,550 plus, just to be clear what the recurring costs are. So it's the what was that? 9,550 plus
2,950 plus 1,850.
Well, we have so if we're doing the ADA, the tier 2 of that's the 2,700 recurring annual. So there's 2,700 as recurring.
Okay, 2,700?
Yes, sir.
And then
if we want the ability for everybody to manage their pages, to add content, that's the 1,850. So it's those three numbers together would be the new annual.
Okay, but you got the one time at 15,950, right?
So it's that plus the 900 for the one time, plus the 1,000 for the 9 time. So that's your other column.
Okay.
Looking at page 2.
I'm looking at, so there's 3 documents he sent over. I don't know if you'll are seeing all of those. He's got the quote itself where it says option 1 and option 2 to migrate into different years.
Right. But it looks like the cost in 2026 would only be the migration cost. So there's not any annual host, only a minor annual host.
Right, because that doesn't kick in until
January 1st.
Correct.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Okay, so we're talking about putting this, are we talking about doing this now? Are we talking about waiting
Talking
to
about-
budget, or, 'cause that'll make a difference?
Starting now, it looks like. So
Yes.
what he's recommending is that we start now and get, so that the
Okay.
migration's done by January 1st, whenever the requirements get.
Correct.
Okay, so the 15,950 is not part of it?
So that's the migration cost, and that'll cost us no matter when we do it. It's just it's just a one-time fee.
I understand.
We budgeted for some of this, though. Melissa's not here, Morgan, do you know? Because I know we talked about that last year.
Yes, it was budgeted for, I wanna say.
It was like 40.
30 or 40.
I was gonna say it was 40.
Yeah, I think it was 40 that was
So I think we're
budgeted.
already budgeted for this, because we knew it was coming.
Right, and
So he's just been working on
the other cost, if we went the other way, was over $100,000.
Yeah, it was-
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
100 and something
Anyone I've
thousand
talked to
dollars
that's
for other
private it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so 25.5 plus the 27 plus the 1850, is that what we're talking about?
No, we're talking about doing option one here, Judge, on the
It's
second
on
page.
page 2.
Option?
So that 95.
17.5
Okay,
this year.
95,
9,500
okay.
plus the 27.
27 plus 18, okay,
Yeah.
I got you now.
Well, we already budgeted for the migration this year,
Yeah.
because we knew it was coming.
This just finally gave us a detailed
And
itemized
you were
quote.
comfortable with what the scope is, that was the main
Yeah.
thing we were upset,
Correct.
worried about was the scope, not even understanding the scope.
And the judge's office is able to, everybody's, with that option, everybody's gonna be able to get on there and manage what they need to.
We're hoping we start to reduce the number of people.
That
do
gets
it.
on it.
Yes, we definitely want to scope it, but yes, it does give you the plugin to be able to manage the content on the pages.
So that's 24.
So this is your
24.1.
recommendation?
It is.
That's your recommendation?
Under
Yes.
this?
I
24.1?
guess the IT committee's gonna decide who's got the.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna suggest, is the IT committee is maybe where we look at the page count, and we look at who's gonna do what.
Who's gonna
in
manage
terms of-
what, and if
Right.
there's anything.
Yeah, we can
This going
create a
forward.
responsibility matrix and put that along with this.
Correct.
But like you said a while ago, it's not gonna reduce it.
No.
If you reduce the
No.
page count, unless you.
But
get
I think
down
we
below
should do it anyway.
50 or
Do we
something.
really need 91 pages of content? That just seems like a lot. So
It's a lot.
we might be able to throw it back a little bit, maybe, even if it goes to 85.
Sure.
It's that much easier to work with.
Right.
So, but I think the IT committee, along with each of the departments, can
Right.
do that.
Okay.
So I make a motion that we approve John's recommendation to proceed with the TAC migration in 2026.
Is this on the agenda item number 11, 12?
I
Is the
think,
number, actually number,
do
well,
11, 12, and 13 go together? No, the CIRA accessibility. Huh?
Number 13.
Okay, so this is the tax CIRA accessibility compliance quote
Okay, so.
and the web
it's-
services contract. So
Okay,
it's
so-
11 and 12
11, 12
together.
together, yeah.
And it is to proceed migration 2026.
There's no, I don't have anything, I don't have a contract or anything to sign.
I don't either. I'll get one from him.
Okay.
So we can execute.
All right.
I basically told him next steps, we were going to discuss it in court, make sure everybody was in alignment, and he said he could
All right.
shoot over a formal
Okay.
contract.
All right, so we got a, do we have a motion on the floor?
No motion.
I second. Motion by Kyle, second by Paul. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Any
And this is
opposed?
just-
Motion carries.
This is just to proceed with migration in 2026. That's-
Correct, he's gonna get the
Correct.
formal quote, that'll come back
Right.
to court, but right now we need to get him to get that done. We've got the scope nailed down now and the price, so we're good. Thank you, John.
Yes, sir.
Well done.
Are do we have anything that we're gonna do on 13?
What is 13? I have not
Domain,
seen.
domain change.
That was with Jacob.
That's with
His
Jay,
name?
no, Jason.
Jason Brown.
Yeah, he wanted to talk about going to the .gov.
So we need to table that and bring him back?
I don't know, let's talk about it.
Do you know about that, John?
I'm vaguely familiar with it, as in like what it requires to
That
do
would change
.govs.
every person's email.
Email.
Well, that's right, we wouldn't have that long email.
Who is this Jason B. and where does he talk about?
He's with
He's
Sarah.
Sarah.
He's tagged.
He's the same one I've been working
He's
with.
been here before too.
So is this one we're talking about, are our emails being uniform?
Yeah.
Even if it comes-
No, this is to change to .gov instead of
It's
.co.
Yeah, all that, it'd be a lot shorter, a lot shorter email.
I mean, as long as we can point it for some extended period of time, like retain the current one and.
You could. So Yes, basically what's
Yeah,
required.
as a matter of fact, that's what he said. For a while, you'd have 2 of them.
Yeah, so on the back end with email, you're able to add any domains you want. You could literally have 10 different ones resolving to your account. What matters is what the primary is set to. That's how you log into your email and log into your Office applications as an employee. So what we would do in this case, this is no different than when like you have a private company change email domains or change names. We would add the .gov as a secondary. That way anybody sending mail to that address will still deliver to you. And then we would coordinate a primary cutover where we decide when we want to actually make the primary the .gov, and we'd coordinate that with y'all, because that would require everybody signing back into their applications, their phones, as the new account. They could have the same email, but you'd have to sign back in with that different.
Yeah, it would be an intensive process for TechBundle.
Yes. But we could do it.
And everybody else, right? No, but TechBundle would have to administer it because they're going to have to lead everybody through.
So
that.
short answer, very doable. You wouldn't have any mail disruption. So certainly, if it's something that y'all see as like, hey, this would make our lives easier, would be annoying.
This one seems like one we need to talk about in the IT committee.
Yeah.
Which is today, and we can get your recommendation on it.
Okay.
I'm not prepared to make that decision today.
John, you know, for some reason or other, I got Byron.Ryder, but also people get me from B.Ryder.
Yes.
How did that
So
transpire?
a lot of the older accounts, when they were set up, we basically set up both ways, either first dot last, like first initial dot last,
Right.
or just first name dot last name. That's a pretty common thing. You can basically have multiple aliases, just in case people send something they think might be your email, it'll still get to you. And a lot of people are configured that way.
Occasionally I get one from B.Ryder. I didn't know how that transpired like that. Okay. All right.
I'm going to make a motion to table 13.
Got a motion to table 13 by Kyle, second by TJ. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
Yes, sir.
Number 14, discuss probably take action on allowing Leon County Ministerial Alliance to use the gazebo and square Thursday, May the 6th for National Day of Prayer. Had a motion by Joey to approve. Here, second by Paul. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, Joe, I need you to take over for number 15.
Number 15 is discuss and possibly take action on a lame duck policy for Leon County Jail.
Do we have
anything
to look at?
We had sent, they'd sent it to me, and basically the number I think on this one was 5,000. Isn't that correct? We had done one previously. It's basically an arbitrary number for y'all, where we don't run into our full purchasing policy. I think what had confused us, or not confused us, gave us a little more concern with Judge specifically, is that he's manages a lot of different departments. But in looking at it, almost the vast majority of them are already approved by y'all, and that's the main thing, is that it's being approved. It's not the willy-nilly as he just has things come up. But even things like basic stuff, EOC or anything like that, it's pretty much always coming to y'all if there's significant numbers anyway. I think this one was written at 5,000, the document that we have, and if that's the number y'all are comfortable with, it just puts a lower threshold on what he's able to sign off as per the next year and for the binding. But since 90% of it will come back to court anyway, that's the main issue of the lame duck, is to make sure it comes back for the court to make the decision.
That was per invoice, right?
Yeah, that was what we were wrapped around the axle
That's
about.
what
Whether it was total or per invoice or.
Yes, it's
per month.
so if it's an overall project, you can't break it down into piecemeal to avoid it. But that's true of our purchasing. That's true of everything.
Right.
But we don't always know that as we're going through it, right? Like that, I'll call out the same person 2 or 3 times before the project's actually finished. But at the time,
Well, I think we need the document in front of us to review, don't you? Exactly what all the link is. I mean, I think we can agree to the 5,000 if that's okay. I think that's reasonable.
It's up to y'all.
I know. I'm
We just
looking
don't
at-
want
talking
to, main thing I don't want to do is
Acting
hinder
judge.
something because he is on so many different things, whether it's what the maintenance department needs,
Right.
Expo,
We
EOC,
don't
or
do something
anything
that gets
else.
hung up.
right.
Something not get done because we've limited the one-time signing of it for $5,000 and it's
I know. We
$6,500
gotta
bucks
finish
for
this
whatever it
place.
is. And
That's what concerned us. Yes.
We've been watching it pretty closely the last month or so, and
very seldom does anything come over 5,000.
Right, but we've got a couple of air conditioners I know we're gonna be replacing.
I was fixing to say that the maintenance department's the main one. When the guys come out here and you got a $15,000 AC unit, I don't think anybody in the county wants to wait 3 weeks to
And
have
summer's fixing to kick off.
I know, that's what I'm really worried about.
And to an extent, some of our larger plan services will help with that, because I think that was the reason we went to the larger services, but not for
We're not
full
gonna
line.
have, we're just going out for business. We're not gonna have them back for 2 months.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have to ask for, we're gonna have to have a carve out for emergency situations, for air conditioners, building maintenance emergencies or something. It could be narrow in the sense that it's not just any emergency maybe, but building wise is gonna be an issue. I know it is, because we got air conditioners that are like limping along currently, so.
Can you do that?
I can, yes, I mean, we can, like I said,
how do
the
you all
main
feel about
issue.
that?
Yeah, I agree.
I was gonna say, the main issue becomes basically, to avoid fraud is a lot of this is like where he would, I don't think that's.
Day-to-day things.
Right, the
I
day-to-day.
think everybody agrees on the 5 day-to-day, but something special like a AC unit or something going down, can we carve that out?
I will find language that lets us do that. Yes, that shouldn't be a problem. There's no specific threshold.
What's your pleasure?
I think we table it till we get that, don't you think? I mean, we need to see the actual document, then we can go ahead and sign off on it, and it's done, and it's behind us, we don't have to go revisit it again and again.
So you made a motion?
I'll make a motion to table it.
Say we have a motion from Kyle to table it here, a second.
Second.
TJ seconded the motion. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
All right. All right, number 16, discuss public take action on resolution between Leon County and Flock. And, yes, there you go. I was looking for you.
Briar.
Go ahead.
Was this,
I was just told y'all had questions about Flock.
we just want to know, I mean, not you, but we authorized it like 2.5 years ago?
Yeah, November of '24 is when this was authorized.
Oh, okay.
We ran into several issues with the city resolutions. We ran into several issues with the Texas Crime Institute computer systems, having them be correlated with the Leon County Sheriff's Office and us. There was a lot of documentation that had to go through with all that.
The issue was that when we approved it initially, that they did not want Texas or federal government overseeing what we're doing. In other words, they don't want to have the.
My understanding, there was nobody supposed to have information on this other than the sheriff.
Right, exactly. And that's the way it was approved.
Internal Leon County.
But now, we talked about this resolution. Explain to them what you found out about the resolution.
Well, the resolution came about with the theft of catalytic converters. And so that was a big thing, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, that everybody was cutting off the catalytic converters. And then when the Senate bill came through that you had to have a title with the catalytic converter to get the money for it, well, that kind of subsided. But that money was still out there. And so Flock had that $10,000 that they could apply through this grant money. And so each city was taking advantage of that grant money. Well, since the cities weren't putting it in for Leon County was. So the Leon County Sheriff's Office had to have resolutions from each city to ask for that money, that $10,000.
To be allocated to ours.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And so the Leon County Sheriff's Office asked for that on behalf of each city to help subsidize the cameras.
Okay.
And that is all that was.
Okay.
And we got that money?
Well, we haven't got.
We haven't got any cameras. We haven't got any cameras. The only camera we have is the Flex camera, TJ.
The one mobile. But
The one mobile. That's the only one we're paying for right
how
now.
much money was allocated?
$45,000 out of ARPA.
45 from ARPA.
The cost of the
From our
deputy.
funds.
And we had to have it.
It has to be spent
By
by
end of
December
this year?
31st of this year.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, we're on a deadline now.
Are you the one in contact with Flock, or you're our main liaison with Flock?
No, I'm not,
Okay.
because I don't work for the Leon County Sheriff's Office.
Correct.
I have a good reputation with Flock as far as communicating with them.
Okay.
But it's a Leon County Sheriff's Office, so the problem is dealing with NCIC and TCIC and the state. Since I'm not the primary contact, the Sheriff's Office is, they won't deal with me. So it's been kind of bouncing back and forth between me and the Sheriff's Office. Hey, this is what we need. This is what we need. And we had some personnel issues at the Sheriff's Office where someone was in charge of the flock and they left. So we had to restart the issue.
Okay.
Okay, now it's just personnel issues that delayed a lot of this.
But we can't really move forward with Flock or anybody unless we
approve this
do
resolution. That's the last
resolution.
thing. The last time I talked to TxDOT was TxDOT has to coordinate with Flock about where the camera systems are going. Well, TxDOT, since it's a right of way, Flock can't put it out there without them knowing where's it going and do we have permission from the county to put it there? Just like every city had to write a resolution that, hey, we're going to put a camera in your city. Do they know that we're coming in to put a camera in your city? We need to know the geolocations of it.
Right. Okay.
Well, does this?
The last we heard, they had us held up on the Highway 7 project because they weren't going to put a camera there. Is that still?
There was an issue at 542 and Highway 7 because they were going to widen it in construction, and the geolocations that were sent in was going to affect where the road was being widened. And so, but talking to Jenny at TxDOT, she said that's not an issue. She said we can move it.
Yeah.
We just need this resolution signed by the county so we can move it wherever we need to because it's in the right of way.
So this is just about the placement of the camera?
This is just asking us to work, that we want to work.
This does not share the information or the data?
No, sir.
This is about the location?
Location of installing.
Yes.
Correct.
But we talked about if they weren't going to let us put it on 7, we could put it on one or somebody's county road.
Yeah, it sounds like.
Evidently we can't do that either.
Well, we have the portable camera
Well,
that we
we
purchased.
just meant if they're not gonna let us put it on the 100 something feet of state right away, we just move it 5 foot off to where it was on the county right away on the county road. It may still be watching that.
I approached that with the City of Centerville resolution when City of Centerville was having issues with the catalytic converter 10% thing. I said, well, just move it outside the city. We're fine. We're not waiting on them. And they's like, hey man, I'd love to do that, but you're going to lose a lot of information because those. I mean, this is a criminal tool. I mean, this is basically for law enforcement.
Right.
So the choke points is where we want to put things because that's where you're going to catch all the license plate images. This is not a live stream camera. This is a license plate reader that gives you information, and it's only retained for 30 days. So if a crime happens that night, well, anybody who passed through that intersection is going to be documented. And so that gives us great leads, just like Miss House that got robbed in Leona. We were supposed to have cameras at 977 and 75. Well, any vehicle between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. when she was robbed, something, even if it doesn't have a license plate, we'll have a picture of a vehicle that we can go forward on.
Yeah, and know which way they're headed.
Yes, and that vehicle, if it was picked up on any camera leaving our county, it would still show up. So we know the direction they took out of this county.
Okay,
All right,
we have a motion to approve.
Yeah, I'll make
this.
a motion, we approve this resolution based on the fact that it's just the physical locations.
Yes, sir.
Right, I mean, I don't want it to be misconstrued to allow TxDOT access to the data.
No, sir.
That was our bright line, was this is
No, sir.
our data.
Yes, it's our data, it's compiled here, it's saved for 30 days, and then it's deleted. So if you don't need
A
it, it's
motion
gone.
by Kyle, second by Paul. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, discuss public take action on Everbridge 360 public alerting and resident connection quote. This is a good time for you to be here, Bob. We had all this. Was that
Yeah,
from them or was that just a fluke deal?
That was a fluke deal. It was a setting. We just got it installed Thursday, and it was a setting we weren't aware of in the system, and it's
We're
been
gonna need to
corrected.
put something out to the public because a lot
I
of
have.
them,
Don't add to it.
yeah, a lot of them cut the phones off. They're not going to use that anymore.
Put it in the newspapers.
I heard a lot of people.
So that needs to be said. That's
The emergency website page or something, because a lot of people
Yeah.
did say that they blocked that number last night.
I did.
And we need that number out, people,
Correct.
you know, because that's the only communication we got, a lot of it. I mean, we don't have radio, TV, we don't have anything like that.
Correct. Information is gone.
Yeah.
Question about that.
Problem has been corrected. We've been on the phone most of the morning with Everbridge.
Okay.
Lady had a question, Judge. Lady had a question.
Yes.
I just have a question. Is this not opt-in? How did, Or is it just, like, how did they even get my contact information? I don't.
That was one of the issues we brought up with them this morning. They transferred the information from Code Red over, but Everbridge has other publicly numbers for people, and they went ahead and installed that, and I've canceled that. It will only be the people who were signed up for Code Red before that will get the alerts from here out.
Okay, how did Code Red get any information? Just that, was that opt-in? I don't ever-
Were you getting Code Red alerts?
I don't
If
recall-
there was
I don't
a,
recall getting them.
You don't
I do
recall
know
getting-
that
did you get a phone call on your phone if there was a burn ban taken on or put off?
You don't get any of
Did
that?
not do.
Yeah, maybe not.
Well, then she wasn't set up on, I don't have, I
Outside
think.
numbers.
Sir?
They fed you in from those outside
Some-
numbers
some
you
sort of-
told me.
okay. I'm
Must
just
have.
curious how that occurred.
So
Carmen?
Okay, so,
Was this your recommendation, Bob?
this is, they're gonna take effect when?
It's taking effect now.
now, it's already in effect.
Because Code Red dropped the ball big time.
You know, they sold out and then they just got off out in the jungle.
Yes, sir.
Now, they're gonna allow us to still continue, with Code Red, costing until, or is this?
Till the contract is up with Code Red.
That's what I thought.
Yes, sir.
So we're actually proving this for, what, next year?
Well, it depends on
This
the,
expires on 10/30 of 26, it says.
Yeah.
That's what the court does. Code Red expires at the end of September, right?
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
end of September.
So this will take over on October 1st.
If we do the numbers 3 years. something
Yeah.
like that.
And then we'll drop Code Red and go to this one. Remember what we're paying Code Red?
But there won't be, yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I believe
Right
it
here.
was $200 cheaper actually than Everbridge.
No, it's real close though.
Yes,
$200
sir.
a year.
Difference.
But they're willing to work with us on Code Red until October.
Yes,
1st.
they've transferred, we got all of our information back from Code Red and it's been entered into the Everbridge system.
And to be clear, it will only be an opt-in service.
Correct.
I mean, so under that quantity, 16,067, is that, are they just going off how many residents we have? Is where that number comes from, not actually who's opted in the system?
No, that should be who was in the system with Code Red that transferred over.
It says we got 16,067 users.
Well, that may be people that live outside and have the ranch houses and everything else.
Yeah, we have quite a few weekenders that signed up.
Yeah, I wouldn't terribly
I'm sorry?
With the thing with Code Red, it was hard to get on once you signed
No, I know it.
No.
11:30, 11:45, and
Code Red was the
12:05.
ones
I
that
only
we
got
couldn't
one
get a hold
call.
of
I
to
got-
correct
You got 3
problems.
calls.
And alerts weren't going.
Must not have had light.
You got 4?
Yeah.
You got 8?
And text message till 1 a.m.
had-
I sent Bob a text and
Good
said,
stuff.
good morning to everybody except for Bob.
Yeah, 8.
Thanks, Carmen.
Well,
2, 3,
What?
6.
Thank you.
Yeah, I answered.
okay, so,
Because I thought the sheriff's office called 7.
Yeah, right, because it showed up as the sheriff's department.
okay. We need a motion to approve this starting October 1st.
That's your recommendation, Bob?
That's your recommendation,
Yes, sir.
Bob? Got a motion to that.
I'll make a motion, we go with Bob's recommendation, provided it is an opt-in service.
Correct.
Second.
Got a motion by Kyle, second by Joey. Any more discussion on
The
that?
only thing I would like to add is we gotta make sure we don't overuse it.
Correct.
Overuse it, people will cut it off and not use it.
Yes, sir.
So we have to make sure that whatever our threshold is that it's high enough to justify that notice.
Correct. We
Not
changed,
lightning, not it might rain, not it might flood. Like, it's flooding, y'all.
We'll only
Or, hey,
issue-
there's a tornado spotted on the ground. kind of.
yes, sir. We've changed, it'll be no watches, it'll be warnings only,
Okay.
so that should help.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Bob.
Thank you,
Will we
Bob.
vote on it again?
Hell no, we haven't voted on it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hey, Bob,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna sign this, but I assume that you probably need to send this to Everbridge, because there's another signature line here for somebody. I assume for them, it doesn't say them,
Okay.
but I assume so, so we'll,
Oh, that's where you start.
Oh,
it's gonna go to her.
Fire crimes is for the county. building.
And
I see on here that it's marked confidential. What's the court's pleasure?
Has it got any confidential information in it?
It's marked confidential.
Yeah, they just don't, they didn't want me to send it to Code Red. I'm not arguing, I'm just saying. Keith, will you just look over and see if it needs to be kept confidential? I mean, I don't know that we can.
I just want to make sure it says it's going to go in the public record.
Put the prices on it.
Okay, go get us the
That'll
pricing.
need to
Give us
make
to
the
her.
pricing.
Yes, sir. We can
So-
redact the pricing. They may also not want other counties to know what kind of deal it is.
Just making sure. I don't know what the guidelines is.
I mean, I think if we can redact the pricing, we should. We can, I mean, it's not to hide it from the public, but how do we?
I don't know how we're gonna do that. I mean,
Can we do that?
Keith, can we do that?
I'll find out. Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, that's a good thing to find out. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's gonna be discussed in budgeting.
Yeah, again, it's gonna be an open court.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the budget.
It'll be a line item in the budget.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's not a hidden thing, just.
It shouldn't be. I don't know why it's a confidential thing.
Right.
Yeah, anyway.
How do we resolve that?
I'll let Keith look into it. Well, if we have to, we'll bring it back on next court.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
you ready to proceed? 18, discuss or take action on Firetron contract.
Judge, just table that until next court.
All right, we got a motion, we need a motion second to table.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by TJ, second by Kyle to table. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, 19, discuss probably take action on road use agreement, precinct 4, for County Road 474, Spectrum.
For Spectrum, I'm gonna approve it for
They're one of those is for your
90 days.
number of days. That's what those tabs are for.
I think this is,
Call me last week.
sir, they've really come back and cleaned up most of their mess.
Go ahead and put the 90 days on and give it to her
Second.
on those two tabs.
I got it.
Where you go?
Yeah. Okay.
You go.
All, got a motion, second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
You wanna do that for 20 also?
20, the same thing,
Yes, sir, same thing, 90 days.
90 days.
Second.
No, Rhonda came and called me last week, wanted to know what our problem was. Miss Rhonda, same thing, I've been to court twice, and I don't approve any more permits until you fix what you have messed up. Well, where is that? And I said, well, y'all been to court twice, and I showed you pictures, blah, blah, blah.
We got a motion by TJ, second by you, second by Kyle. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 21. Precinct 3.
Yeah. This is gonna be me.
Road use agreement, pipeline agreement for
180 days.
3221, 321, 325.
180 days.
180 days. Put it on that tab. 180 days on that tab.
I got it.
Okay, got a motion? Got a motion, Kyle? Second by who?
Second.
Second by TJ. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We got precinct 1 now. We got number 22 is discuss for take a road use agreement for County Road 114, 115. Or, you wanna look at it?
Move it, no, I don't need to.
Okay.
Move it, approve.
Here you go.
Second.
Got a motion by Joey to approve it, for, it says 45 days. Is that right, Joey? Okay. Got a motion by Joey, second by TJ. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 23, road use and pipeline agreement for County Road 347, 348, precinct 3.
I thought we were done over there, Greg.
It's a new project coming up, a quick one.
Quick one. Is there such a thing with y'all?
On this one, yes, they're rough on this one. So
Okay, and just what are we doing? Just adding to a branch line or what?
Yes, sir. Yeah, there's a new pad going, there's a pad over there.
Yep.
Each using 347, 348. We'll be crossing over 347 right there.
Okay.
How many days?
If we get 180, but I think it'll be done quicker than that. They want to push this one.
Okay.
You gonna go 108?
Yeah, 180 is fine.
All right, I need a motion, second on that.
I'll make the motion for 180.
Got a motion by Kyle, second by Joey. Any more discussion on that?
You can get that, I'll second that one, or Paul.
One of the two seconded before you did.
I did.
Okay, Paul did, okay.
All right, we got it.
They sound like
So
brothers.
the official one is Commissioner
Paul.
Bain.
Brother Bean, though.
Yeah. All right, 24, discuss public take action on accepting road for Wildwood subdivision into county maintenance, precinct 3.
We're tabling this because the weather.
All right, we got a table, I need a motion, second to table
Make a motion,
24.
we table.
Got a motion by Kyle, second by
Second.
TJ. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion
Make sure it
carries.
gets back on, okay, please. Thank you.
All right, 25 is discuss probably take action on TxDOT bridge replacement, temporary bridge and land acquisition for County Road 419, that's precinct 4.
Yes, sir. So I don't have any paperwork on this yet, but I got my letter from TxDOT a couple of weeks ago on replacing the wooden bridge on 419. We'll make the fourth one this year. And this one, it is a dead-end road. We're going to have to acquire some land. Basically, the land acquisition is going to be for the temporary bridge while they're constructing the other one. Several things. One is I would like to do the same thing and borrow from the general fund when we get to it. The last 3 bridges we said was going to be about $70,000. All 3 of those come in under budget, so we're going to have less than 50 tied up in those 3 in the clearing. So we've got a little bit left, but this one here is going to be an expensive one. And what we were talking about was as far as the temporary bridge, during the floods we needed one. We needed a bridge to take around and put different places. So I think we need to get together and as a commissioners decide on possibly designing us a temporary bridge that meets TxDOT's needs for this type of situation, so that it can be used while bridges are being replaced, but also we can take and store and use at times that we need when we have culverts wash out, roads wash out, or something else. So on the temporary bridge side of it, obviously I'm going to have to wait for TxDOT to give me the specs on exactly what they're going to require for this temporary bridge, and then bring it back to the court and look at what we're going to do about getting that put in, whether we build one. That's what I would like to do, build one so we've got one in the county, so that when we have something like this happen or we've got a washout, we've got one. But I'm requesting the same thing, if it's the pleasure of the court, is to let precinct 4 borrow the money from the general fund when we get the total price of this. Obviously waiting on TxDOT plans, but I need to give them some approval. I need to go ahead and accept everything and tell them, yes, we're going to get it done.
And so you're paying,
your amount's
Do
going to
not
be?
have any idea yet.
You're paying
The
the
bridge is
general-
100% replacement, just like the previous 3. The county's going to be required for the acquisition of land and the temporary bridge.
okay, you're gonna pay the general fund back?
Over 3 years, yes, sir.
3 years.
Do they have requirements for a temporary bridge?
Yes, sir.
They do.
It's digging dirt road, so.
They have requirements.
They have requirements for temporary bridge, yes.
Huh.
So they've already started surveying, met with them out there. We've already talked to landowners, already got the survey crew, already met them out there. I'm just waiting on the plans back from TxDOT on which side of the creek, north side or south side, they want us to do the temporary acquisition of land to put the bridge on so we can get around. It's affecting about 4 landowners and 4 residents and cemetery.
Now, the temporary, once it's done, will it revert back to
Well, that's
the
what I'm
hours
saying.
or revert back to the land?
That's what we're talking about, making it
Yeah,
a redeployable temporary bridge.
No, I meant your acquisition of land
Land?
to
No,
go around.
it'll go back.
It'll go back to landowner.
So we're just
Okay.
temporarily leasing the land.
Yeah, yeah, that's what
It's
you're
not
doing,
really
yeah.
taking it.
Just temporary acquisition
Okay.
land for the temporary bridge.
I got you.
To
Okay.
lease land.
Is,
Yeah, I mean, that'd be great if we could just lease it.
yeah, I mean, that's the way, we don't need.
We're just
it.
trying
we don't want
to,
extra.
the creek on the north side makes a weird meander right there as it gets to the road, so we may have to move to the south side of the road, which would require a little bit of extra stuff to get around. But I would really like us to see when TxDOT gives us parameters of the bridge, to try to figure out something that would function for any type of use in the county. When we get this thing finished, take it back and store it in one of the yards, and we've got a pre-deployable bridge for any type of situations that came about in '24 or last year down here on the subdivision down here, anything where we can go put a bridge across a certain point until we got time to fix it.
Okay. So what is your motion on 25?
Just to allow the funds to be borrowed from the general fund and paid back over 3 years, do not have a price yet, and allowing me to engage in acquisition of land with the landowner. So main thing is I'm just waiting on the type of bridge and the amount of land required from TxDOT.
But you want approval to move forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So got a motion, there's a second by Kyle. Any more discussion on that? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 26, discuss probably take action on enclosing the counter and other measures to prevent criminal activity and county clerk.
I'd like to be considered as we move forward with the building committee to include the project of enclosing my counter and also blocking line of sight when the individuals walk into the building. I just would like for my office to be included as we continue to work on the building and moving offices around. My counter is the last, I think, public-facing counter that's not enclosed or protected.
Good woodpecker.
Need a motion in a second.
Yeah, no, we've talked about this in the building committee, and we're gonna do that. Certainly happy to talk to Mark about it. The question, what we've been debating, I think, with you and me, was whether or not a film on the glass accomplishes effectively the same,
Right.
end result as actually putting in bulletproof glass or something, at least at the corridor facing, right? But what you're also asking is to add a fur down like we did in the tax office, a fur down and then glass along the bless you.
What that looks like, this is something, God bless you. I don't know what is, I don't come into this with a specific plan. We do have a gentleman from TAC that, from the law enforcement side, to come and assess our workplace and to do some First Amendment audit training with my group. And all departments are welcome to come. It's going to be on July 29th from 9 to 11. He's going to be here and give us some training, so when the general public comes in for a First Amendment audit, they come in with the camera. How do we treat that? How do we handle the situation so it's a win-win? And also, he's going to assess our workplace, and I don't know what it's going to look like, but I just want to have that included on the building committee so that we can get that moving forward, get my staff protected.
And just as a point, we're gonna also eventually need to be creating a court safety committee, and the clerk's office could probably somewhat fall into that as well as the court place. I think we're waiting just to hear back from the folk, because I guess one was done about 1.5 years ago, but we never actually got the result.
I've talked to that guy several times. He's supposed to be working on it now, believe it or not. He never got it to us.
Okay. But we are gonna
Never got it to us.
Yeah.
So I just would like to be added to the committee and have that added to the projects, since we're already doing quite a sizable project. wouldn't hurt to go ahead and add me in if that would be okay.
Sure.
The funding we have fund number 10-200-411. In that fund, it's a courthouse facility fee. And currently, right now, we have $36,468.
So you have some money to spend on it?
Yes.
Okay. And that's what it before?
Yeah, it's for court personnel, and I have 2 deputies that are assigned specifically to the court.
Okay.
So it would fall under that. We have that. I don't know if y'all want to use the tax note stuff or this, but we do have the funds.
Is that just for your office?
No, sir.
Okay, that's what I
You're not
thought.
on the building committee?
No, sir.
You're not, oh, I make a motion we add Amy to this.
We do what?
I thought she was.
Make a motion what?
To add Amy to the building committee.
I thought you were.
I thought it was too, but that's okay, we'll fix it, right?
She's on IT.
I know she's on IT. Well, let's just add Amy to the building committee first.
Okay.
We haven't went through court to add
You
people
get a lunch
before. Do
out
we
of it.
want to start doing that, or do we just want?
No, I mean,
Ask
she's
me.
asking for it. I
I'm
mean, we
asking
can
to be
do
included
it.
in the.
Well,
budget.
no, that's fine. I mean, what I'm saying is we haven't approved members before. Do we want to start approving them before, or just leave it as it is?
We can just, you are,
Okay.
come to the building committee.
Just
with
come
us.
Be an ex officio, you can come anytime you want to.
I just want to
Okay.
be included in this and do a formal inclusion of my office and security measures.
Well, I think that's the first step is to get you on the committee, and then we will add that to Mark's scope of work.
Thank you.
And can you send out an email for the July 29th to invite everybody to that?
Yes. Yeah, I'm working on that as I get closer. I just got confirmation of that last week, so I'll ask Tammy to send that out to invite everybody.
Okay, so what did we do on 26?
I don't think we need to do anything. She's gonna come to the building committee, we'll add it.
So,
We'll add it.
you want to
Discussion
table
on
it? You want to table 26?
No action.
No action.
No
We're
action,
gonna
so
take
it's
care
not
of
coming
it.
back.
We sure?
All right, do I hear a motion saying we no action?
Hold on. We no action.
So no action, not coming back unless you ask for it.
Well, but we don't want it back every time until you.
No.
Just,
Whatever y'all,
She can jump in on my Keith update the court on building committee and IT, and she'll be like, hey, y'all haven't addressed it. So that way
you
it comes up every time.
You
So
could
that
add
you-
the security concern to the building committee projects moving forward.
Okay.
well, you weren't here, were you here for, when Hector Gomez gave his presentation? Well, he brought up that if you're doing any kind of remodeling, now's the time to put security in
Well, of course. All right, well, that's what I'll do. I'll make the motion that we add the clerk's office security concerns to the building committee's tasks. How's that?
Second.
Thank you.
Perfect.
All right, got a motion on the floor, second by TJ. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, 27, discuss public take action on data centers in Leon County. Is there anything there? Okay. We did 28, 29, discuss public take action on 2025 jail commissary audit.
Melissa has provided a copy of that audit, and it's before you for your review and approval.
Is there anything we need to know about it?
She didn't point out anything specifically.
You know anything, Sheriff?
Yes, sir, no comment.
That's a good approach.
There was some things in there, but it looks like they've all been, everything that was in there that was asked to be completed has been completed, and at the bottom of everything says completed.
All right, do we have a motion, say we approve that then?
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Joey, second by TJ. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do you need this? The audit? You got it? Okay. All right. Discuss or take action on any ESD audits.
That one is provided to you as well, and she has on page 3 is a brief overview of where they're compliant and where they're non-compliant. The little red boxes were X's, but for some reason it didn't print out that way. So that's kind of a brief overview, but then you can read through each individual from the ESDs if you want more information on that.
So for ESD 1, we do not have a 2025 audit. Same thing for precinct 3, or ESD 3. City use, open meeting stream.
It does say for ESD number 1, towards the bottom of that page 3, that they've been in communication and their anticipated end date for the audit, 25 audit is May or June.
Okay.
And then they'll provide that to us.
Okay, let me ask you a question about 2. You got obtained 1/1/26, but it's not, doesn't say it's in compliance.
That is showing when their treasure bond was.
I know.
I have the ESD bonds from
Yeah.
the treasurer for
And who,
1,
and
2,
do you have
and
one
4.
for 2?
1, 2, and 4.
1, 2, and 4. That's, I was thinking.
That's on me.
So,
I have copies of them here if anybody wants to look.
so there, so 1's okay, 2's okay, and 4's okay.
It says 3's and things too, but it's just not.
Yeah, 2, 3, and 26, it looks like it should have already been here. Unless they didn't file it.
I don't have the number 3. I've asked my deputies to let me know when they're filed. I do not have one, a treasury bond for ESD 3.
It says,
Can you check
on
on-
number 3, it says the district obtained the required bond on February 3rd following issuance of the requirement in the notes. So
Right.
I don't know.
But they must not have filed it. So-
Well, they've sent the copy to
To Melissa.
Melissa, they just maybe not have
It may have
sent
been
it to
late.
the clerk's office.
Yeah.
It probably didn't go to it probably didn't go to the county clerk's office.
Yeah, and your communication were very clear with them as far as it needed to be.
Yeah, no, I think we sent it out twice to them, to all of them. Can you check on that, TJ?
They all have this, you know.
Yes,
They all have
I mean,
the same.
I had it, I talked to them several times. She told me they had everything. It was approved. It was approved at the meetings and all get through. I just will double check with Jackie and make sure she sends a copy to the correct spot. She might have sent it to Melissa thinking that they was going to.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Because they have to pay their $15.
Because we made sure that they were, yeah, they knew they had to pay the 15, they knew they had to file it.
I'll get with her as soon as we get out of here
What about
today.
the audit and all that? You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'll ask her about it, but I think they already approved their audit, so maybe they just didn't turn the copy in.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know she has not received anything from them.
Ma'am?
She's emailed reminders, but has not received any correspondence back from them.
From 3.
Correct.
Is that weird? Yeah, exactly what you're doing, telling us.
How do we want to approve what we have here in our hand?
Yeah, I'll make a motion, we approve the audits we have in hand. Thank you to the auditor's office for going through all that.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion to approve.
Actually, yeah,
Second.
yeah.
Second by TJ. Any more discussion on that? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Do you have this? You have this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. 31, Keith, building committee update, IT committee update.
So we just added Amy to the building committee.
Oh, wow. Boy, you're right on the ball.
I'm telling you. Basically, building committee's in the same spot we've been. We're trying to get everything approved. There's been gonna be a little delay on some of the finishing up Carmen's, but we're making our way towards it. I mean, we're basically piece by piece starting it, and we've added one thing, but that doesn't change anything, particularly in the structure of the building committee. I mean, it's just something to add on, but it's independent of anything else. IT committee, where I talked with Brandy, we're gonna try and get together with the personnel policy to add the IT part of it, but it's been one thing after another.
We got meetings today.
We have meetings today. John updated y'all. If y'all had any specific IT things out here, I don't know if John's still here, but he usually is a better person to update IT.
He'll be back, I guess.
Yeah. And like I said, building, we're pretty much in the building phase now. We just gotta actually start building these things out and moving each one down the road.
Yeah, we're in the second phase of the CMR. So we got the proposals, we went through them as a committee. There was a selection committee meeting, so then there was 2 that we were asked for follow-up information. And we should get that
The 23rd.
23rd, okay. So hopefully on the 27th, we're able to make a recommendation as a committee.
Well, the interviews will be held on the 27th.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So probably the next one.
Yeah.
May.
It'll be busy.
Okay. Do we have anything to approve on yours, Keith?
No.
Okay.
I don't. Do you have something?
Yes, I want to back up to number 30. So,
Oh,
did we find out, Keith, what we could do if these bonds aren't issued as far as the payments going to the ESDs?
I think if it's not paid out, it's gonna be much more of a failure to do that. So it's more against the individual than our control over the ESD. Basically, they're not fulfilling their proper functions as a government, and so they could be removed from that position.
But we can't withhold their
There's
tax
no-
distribution.
No,
They're
That's
not,
the question.
We're not
yeah,
gonna
they're
be able to
not
do that.
connected in any way I can find. I can double check, but I didn't see anything that our portions of it. Basically, it's just they have to have somebody that's accountable if the funds were
So even though
incorrectly
we're
used.
collecting them and turning them over to somebody that's not bonded to take care of the money, there's nothing on us for that.
Not where we could hold it back or otherwise that I know of. I didn't find anything when I went through all the.
It goes
on the
against the
ESD.
treasurer. The treasurer could be, like you said, removed or even criminally charged.
And we technically didn't even have that. It wasn't until I went through the full duties on everything that we even put on them to collect that part of it. The ESD audits we've been trying to get for about 2.5, 3 years, pretty steady.
Everybody's been.
And I think they
being
get
accepted.
there, yeah.
Right. Oh.
It's on the time, but the holding it back, it's basically, what they're allowed to divvy out, and then we can just go after the individual people on the board if they're not fulfilling their
I
duty.
just don't know after a year of solid coordinating every single month with every ESD to go do your training and take this and take that, after a solid 12 months, 75% of them still non-compliant.
I know, right? The only way we can do it is to
Volunteers,
change the-
that's their, that's
to
their
change
problem.
the people on the committee.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the major power structure we have is.
Now, we do withhold the 2,000 if they don't give us,
That's the fire department, so I don't have anything.
well,
to
that's
do
true
with
too,
ESD.
excuse me, I'm getting them confused, I apologize.
And technically, it would still be a removal process. You'd have to go, you'd file a petition, they'd have a right to be in court, you'd go through district court, the same as if they wanted to remove me or you, and then we get the 3.
Yep.
Official misconduct, basically gross
But they come up for renewal every 2 years.
Yes.
Right? So
That's correct.
what we need to do is get all that on a process so that they don't get sort of acquiesced, you know what I mean?
If
Just
they're
like-
not compliant.
Yeah, we get it.
The problem is finding more people to take their
We
place.
can't.
Can't do that.
The problem is trying to find people to take their place. Once you remove them, then you're not gonna have a committee. You're not gonna have an ESD for a while, because they're not coming out of the woodwork to ask them, to be on it.
Well, I understand that. But
Moving on.
And I think we kind of wanted, and then it was just the nature of our meetings being in the middle of the work week, that we kind of wanted to get that initial, hey, we're gonna talk to y'all when we wanted to appoint them, but it just became impractical because of the voluntary nature, and they're mostly in the evening and that. But to just impress upon them what we need for our functioning of these ESD projects. I mean, I don't know if we want to have them call in, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to fully put on, because it's like, I always go back to Hank, and Hank will do everything you ask of him. He's just like, I didn't even know about the one issue.
Right, but they jumped on it and got it done.
Right.
back to us.
Exactly.
And he makes the effort to be here. He has more probably opportunity to be here, but I think it's one, I know we told them all these things, but I don't know if it sticks as well as maybe it should of what's necessary.
Okay, 32, discuss probably take action on budget adjustments. Taking action necessary, budget adjustment is $755,826.55. Do I hear a motion saying we approve the budget adjustment? What?
How much was it?
You don't have that. I'll give it to you.
How much was it?
$755,826.55. You should have got the packet today.
It's in our,
David.
it's in our.
Yeah, I was asking you
32.
to write it so fast, I didn't get it. I like to keep notes.
Number
Make
32.
motion approved.
Second.
All right, got a motion by TJ, second by Kyle. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 33, monthly report, auditor, local government code 114.044. None. 34, got a report? Yes, okay, got a report from them, plus authorized affidavit, 114.026.
You should have your packet.
So moved.
Yep. Got a motion by Kyle, second by TJ. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And I need to, did you make the motion, Kyle?
I did, yes, sir.
Okay. Second page. All right, 35, discuss or take action on any donations, reimbursements.
The sheriff's office received a donation from Martin Boren 24-hour record service for $1,303.20. He wants to put that in his training budget.
Okay.
And then senior nutrition for the month of March received $3,722, but $3,000 of that came from Cross Texas Transmission.
How much was it? I was doing something else.
$3,722.
Cross Texas.
And then transportation donations for the month of March was $70.
Okay. All right, you've heard these donations. Do I hear a motion second we approve those?
I make a motion to approve.
And the motion also needs to say that sheriffs will put his in training. Okay. I got a motion by Paul, second by TJ. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Purchase Ellen request. Courtney, is she here? Oh, you're taking it? Okay, you're taking it. Okay, number 8, discuss vote take action on selling the Forestry 2, Precinct 2, 3 more head and accessories.
I was asking them, could we buy the forestry tractor that all 4 of us own, to make a mooring tractor out of it. We gotta get together on
When we replaced the forestry tractor a couple of years ago, we hadn't sold the old one yet.
Okay.
And so it's been sitting in our yard. We've been running it occasionally just to keep it operating, but we've moved it to him. He's gonna take the head off. What he'd like to do, I think, is take the head off of it and turn it into just a mapping towing tractor.
Right. Okay.
We need to land on some kind of a price.
Well, let's start, you wanna start with the head, just sell it, you okay with selling the head?
Head and accessories.
Yeah, so I make a motion, we sell the head.
Yeah.
And the accessories.
You know how much that would be?
I think we're gonna just put it on our,
Bid out.
Swyco or whatever,
Yeah.
Okay.
right, whatever the
I gotta
online
get it
auction
on
is.
first.
I got a motion by Kyle to sell the head. Do you hear a motion? A second to that?
I'll say.
Second by Joey. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
That'll be split 4 ways, whatever comes in will just be split.
Okay.
Now we got the tractor. Are you
Okay,
making an
transferring
offer?
the forestry tractor to precinct 2.
Are you making an offer? On the tractor with no head?
$500.
You're the only bidder, so make it good.
What y'all, that other one, 20,000?
That's up to y'all, whatever y'all want to do.
5,000 apiece?
Sorry?
5,000 apiece?
What if y'all wanna do it for you?
I mean, it does need new tire. I mean, it's been around the block a few times.
Ceiling's falling in.
Oh, come on.
Ah,
Need a ceiling.
Oh, God.
The PTO ain't been used on it, but we don't even know if it ain't locked up. But I mean,
That's a risk you take.
I know.
Brand new.
I know.
As is, right?
We want to be that.
It's brand new.
Got 0 hours on that.
Seat only raised up, so you know how that is, TJ. That's a good price.
Is that your offer, 20?
I'm fine with it, y'all, whatever y'all want to do.
Is that your offer, 20,000 for it? I'll second that.
That's fine.
Got a motion to $20,000 for precinct 2 to buy it.
So it'll be 5,000 apiece.
$5,000 apiece, so you'll
just pay 15.
Yeah, mine's free.
Yeah, your
I'll
LSU
use my
is
5,000
free.
and
There
put
you
the
go.
seat in there.
All right, got a motion, second on that. All in favor say aye.
Was it Paul made the motion?
Paul made the motion.
Yes, but I have a question. This is letter B, discussing transferring forestry tractor.
Correct.
Right.
After we take the head
Tractor,
off,
one tractor.
then we're gonna have a tractor left, and he's gonna, because right now it's in
Right.
forestry 2 and 3.
Right.
And he's gonna transfer it to.
For
precinct
$20,000.
2. Right. Correct.
Because y'all were saying for 5 each.
Well, it's 5 each, but
Yeah,
he,
because they have to
but
split
his
it. We
is-
own it collectively.
Got it.
You're only collecting 15, really. I mean, because he's got 5,000 in it too.
Yeah. So he's just gonna
Really?
ship us
He just gonna
5,000.
Yeah.
Who was the second?
All right. C, discuss whether to take action on precinct 4 purchasing and/or going out for bids for new roller.
Yes, sir. So I haven't looked around too much yet, but I'm asking to, I'm gonna replace our open cab roller that's got some issues. I'm gonna put it up for sale on the website we've been using, and purchase a newer roller, probably not a brand new one, but a newer used roller, or a new one, but probably not a new one, with a cab on it.
Okay, is that your motion?
Yes, sir.
All right, there's a second.
Second.
Second by Kyle. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. D, discuss whether to take action on going out for bids for waste station services. I'd be interested.
So I had Tammy put this stuff on here. I don't, Keith, did we send our letters to?
We've sent a letter and gotten no response.
So we're covered on.
Giving them notice of the
Can we
issues.
terminate?
I would say.
Or supplement?
Yes.
So my deal is that whatever else they got going on, they can't take care of our county trash, even though they've got a year or 2 left on their contract. They can't keep the dumpsters empty. They can't supply us enough. At sometimes they come take dumpsters from us and haul them somewhere else, and it's weeks before we even get them back. So I'm supposed to have X number of dumpsters at each location. Sometimes we don't have that. They'll come pick up one, haul the trash off in it, and never bring it back for 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know if we go out for bids and try to supplement one dump, or get them split up, or get some company to bring us some extra to bring some dumpsters to what we currently have. I know that the compactors have been there forever, and for the most part, they work pretty decent. We have our Flynn's that broke down right now. It's just, that's the one that breaks down the most, probably because it gets used the most, I'm guessing. But Marquez works pretty good. It hangs up a little bit, but I don't know if we're looking to swap up compactors and all that other stuff. I'm not even sure if we're looking to completely get rid of what we got. We need something another company to come in here, bring dumpsters. If it works out and they empty them well, then we might be swapping when the contract's up in a couple of months or whatever. But we can't go on continuing to I can't go on to continue just let it pile up. I mean,
Same thing with me.
Sometimes they're supposed to by contract empty those dumpsters 24 hours after we turn them in. Well, we're turning dumpsters in, it's not getting empty for a week, 7 days before they get in. There's nothing we can do about it. I mean, we can't, we send them emails every single day, even on Sunday. Tammy emails them on Sunday for me. Hey,
Or calling.
well,
You call them, they just blow smoke up your skirt.
That's it.
on the way, broke down. Ain't got no driver. Everybody's off.
Tire flat, whatever, you name it. That's the rotating excuses.
So
Can we supplement, we have a bid in place, right, for that service. Can we go out and just hire somebody to put one dumpster at each location that is marked different, that can be like just as an overflow for now until, that's the question I've got, is like, that way we keep what we currently have and then just bring in another dumpster that somebody else wants.
That there's
See how they do.
Now, the compactors are theirs, right?
Compactors are theirs.
compactors are stationary tiny, and they've been there for 30 years.
Yeah, no, they're owned by.
No, I know, I'm just trying to.
Commercial waste.
We rent them. We pay monthly rent on them,
Yeah, I understand.
but
But Kyle, your question is just if we continue the current contract, can we add a second and not violate like a non-compete or something like that?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I think when we bid it out, it was probably exclusive, right? That was what they did, was to provide the exclusive services.
And if I'm not mistaken, this past year, we didn't even have a backup come in. The year before, we've had Corsicana and one from Huntsville, I believe, as backups, but this past year, nobody even bid for the backup contract. That's our
Or do we
secondary
pull it,
contract.
I guess, or are you saying maybe we just pull it all together and get somebody new?
I don't know. I don't know what to answer. You know, I've called.
You gotta have an interim
Y'all
plan.
have called.
You gotta have some kind of interim
Same old.
I mean, we know what they do, so they cater to construction companies, the oil field companies, everybody that's paying big money, it's where they cater to. And then they fill in with us in their spare time days. They don't have anything to do with their trucks or, you know, whatever. If you got somebody building 5 homes down there and needs 5 dumpsters, they were allowed to here at 7 o'clock in the morning, go drop them off. They're not worried about our trash.
I understand.
The flip side is that we got some quotes-ish, and it's 2 times what we currently pay.
Correct.
So
The judge and I have talked.
They're further away.
The judge and I have both talked to the general manager, but he just doesn't, he'll say he's gonna take care of us, but I don't know if, maybe we need to try to go over his head, but I don't know who that would be. Do you, Judge?
No, I never have met anybody past him.
But Jeff, he'll just promise us the moon, won't he?
Oh, yeah.
Every day. We'll be better tomorrow. Tomorrow he'll even show up. And then when you call him, he's like, well, we had 2 guys didn't come to work today, sorry. What we do?
Well,
Well,
I called him last
Well,
week, he said,
one,
it's almost there.
yes, it's a mess.
We're about to have
2,
truck
it's
show.
creating twice as much labor and workforce on the guys that work there. Because, I mean, for me, we just moving trash from one dumpster to the next all day long. And we're emptying dumpsters with metal in them to try to have room to put trash in. And they say that in 8 o'clock in the morning, they'll be there before noon to pick up a dumpster or 2. And, I mean, you get things ready for them to come, and they're not there.
You'll call them and they'll tell them, we're on the way.
On the way, they never show
They
up.
never show up.
They did drop a dumpster off the other day at Flynn because they had a flat tire. It was going to Joey's, but I'm glad I got it.
They never picked up anything from last Wednesday till Saturday. And a lot of times they'll run a truck on Saturday. We never got it.
Because it went to Flynn.
Yeah.
I don't know if,
Maybe it's that.
for us, they showed up on Wednesday while we were open. And
Well, they do that
took
a
our
lot.
compactor away while everybody was in line.
They do all that a lot. You know, and they used to, they bring one and have their little trailer, piggyback, pup trailer thing, bring another one. They
Get
don't
to
do
the
that.
time. He's-
It's
he's-
because they can't keep up, that's what.
he
the
says he's
health
got nobody
people.
qualified to pull a pup trailer.
They hire all new people, when they get them trained, they move on to bigger companies that pay more. And so, well, I won't say bigger companies, but they move on to companies that pay them more, so every time they get one trained up, they can pull the little pup trailer, well, then he moves on. He goes somewhere. So I don't know. And we changed one time, a long time ago, and it got worse than it is now.
Well, that's what you
Yeah,
said.
that's what I was thinking.
So I don't know that we have to up and change altogether. I'm not sure if we just get somebody, send out some bids or get some information from somebody to get some relief to where we have a couple extra dumpsters that, and then we'll see if they can stay on top of them.
So-
And it may be that if we split them up and one service takes 2 dumps and another service takes 2 dumps, they might be able to keep up or maintain. I don't have any idea.
Maybe so.
But we gotta try something.
The reason why I was asking Keith, if they have exclusive, we go out to bid, are we gonna get a call from their legal department saying, whoa, wait a minute, you can't go out to bid because we have a contract? And then we
They
have,
can't. They
but
can't.
that may force us,
They
force
can't
that
strike
argument.
much, they hadn't held up their end of the
I
contract.
agree. I'm just setting it up so that we can, that may actually force them to the table to resolve it.
It's probably gonna take a smaller company to be your second person, because they're not gonna, a larger company not gonna run out here for one dumpster. You know, they're gonna want like Texas Commercial Waste, they
Well,
want,
they
they want
don't,
a
it's one at a
contract.
time.
What I'm saying is,
Just
they're,
get
you know,
paid for one
if they're,
time.
if they're any big, if they're any size at all, they're not gonna wanna just bring one dumpster. You know, that's the problem. I mean, I agree with you, you need a backup, but I don't know, but I don't think you're gonna find anybody just run out here with one dumpster.
So to me, it's either we go out to bid, or we just call somebody and say, bring us each a dumpster.
And keep sending the letters with no
He
response.
sent a letter, they've talked to him, I've talked to him, we've talked.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna know the economics of it without talking to someone else, like
Right.
you were saying, if it's significantly different, it changes
Yeah, we didn't,
what y'all might
this
want to
past
do.
year, I don't think we got a secondary bid.
Well, they're both, all coming from a long distance, aren't they? Like Corsicana or Waco or,
Bryan, Waco, Corsicana, or Huntsville. Unless you get somebody local that's,
is there
right now
another,
probably doesn't have the means to supply 40 some odd.
is there
dumpsters in
another
county.
supplier in Bryan?
So I got 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, I've got 15 and 2 compactors.
Is there another vendor in Bryan?
That's what he's doing.
Sir, 15, I got
15 dumpsters?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they're.
I got 15 dumpsters and 2 compactors.
Got the same amount I started out with. I think we got 4 and a compact.
Yeah, we got 15 dumpsters and 2 compactors.
Is there any kind of a vendor in Bryan besides Texas Commercial Waste?
And 2 metal bins.
Y'all
In
know?
Bryan? I mean, not like Texas Commercial Waste, there's the smaller independent, you know, smaller
That may
independent
be,
guy that's
that
got
may be the very ones that we
10 or
need to go
15.
after.
Well, that's the problem, they've probably got 5 or 10 or maybe 15 dumpsters, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be somebody fairly large if they're gonna take the whole county over. But one guy I talked to on the phone, you know, he was talking about daily dumpster rental and stuff, we don't pay none of that. We don't have it, they don't charge us for the dumpsters. They just charge for the picking up, hauling off, and the amount of trash that's in. So we don't, the only thing that we rent by the month is the compactor and the metal bin. That's the only thing that's got a monthly charge. Everything else is supplied free dumpsters, and they just swap them out.
But these smaller ones would be probably what you want to use for your secondary.
I don't know, I know that
I don't-
You're gonna be turning those around every week.
That's what I'm saying. But they may have had enough time to do it.
Commercial Waste goes to now.
They may be wanting business, needing business.
Does Texas Commercial Waste dump at the landfill down there before you get to Navasota?
It's on 30. Yeah, on 30.
Yeah. So they're actually closer to you and Kyle maybe
But
than
my
mine
two's,
is, really.
well, my two's the cheapest, so.
Right.
Flynn's a little cheaper, Marquette gets a few more dollars added on it, and then I believe you're the next on the list, and then I think yours is the most expensive. They charge us by the distance from the dump to the landfill. Flynn's are just a couple dollars cheaper than Marquette, and then
Right.
Joey's next in the year. For sure.
Well, years ago, we talked about, you know, looking at curbside. Sure did. And we thought we had it worked out. But that didn't materialize either. That's what they're doing in precinct 2, curbside. Or they'll have
They're driving
6 families
precinct
that'll
one.
have a dumpster that, you know.
Yeah, they're driving to precinct 1 and they're driving to precinct.
Well,
We have a lot that come from up that way.
Yeah,
of course they do.
But most people up back out that direction have curbside. Now, I'm sure they're bringing
Well,
bigger
and one
things.
problem is our trash at our dumps have probably the same thing as Centerville, probably yours, have drastically increased the last 6 months because of the price of home pickup has almost doubled. Everybody, I mean, the guys that work at the weigh stations just say all these new people coming in, and when they ask them what's going on, he said, well, I've had a dumpster at my house for 10 years for $65, and now it's $150. I got rid of it.
Mine's 160 now. It's gone up to 160 a month from 60.
I think you have a
That's
lot.
why everybody, yeah, that's exactly why.
It's gonna go up, it's gonna keep going up, there, especially with fuel loaded.
Other counties
Well-
too.
I bet you did down the road.
I mean, we got a lot of people from Hilltop too. You gotta think Hilltop's the size of Buffalo, so we got a lot of people from Hilltop that use a dump. That's a lot of. And Marquette doesn't have city
I'm
pickup.
gonna tell you this, Freestone County ain't got but one.
Arcade doesn't have city, they use your dump?
They charge.
And they charge.
Yeah, that's the thing, we need to be charging.
Yeah, you know, if it's getting higher and higher, we're gonna have to look at charges
I
somehow.
hate to say it, but
Wait till we get through
they
this.
got everything in one deal.
It's what?
Wait till we get the fuel surcharge.
Oh,
With
wow.
diesel,
With
$6.
diesel, $6 a gallon. Okay,
I don't know.
short-term issue though is to get some more dumpsters.
I think so. I bet.
Go out for, see who wants to.
The question is,
To
do we
provide
just
it.
have the auditor's office try to get some written quotes? Or do we have, so we can go faster, or do we need to go out for bid, post it, blah, 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 blah?
If we're supplementing what we have and not completely changing over, I don't see why we can't call around and get some quotes for each individual dump. Hey, I would like 2 dumpsters at Marquette, 2 at Flynn, 1 or 2 here, 1 or 2 at Joey's.
Just to get a
And then
general
come see
sense of
what-
the cost, yeah.
Will that
I said just
work?
to get the general sense of the cost, if it's.
Will that work, Keith? Because that's all dumpsters. It's one, it's like buying like putting a bid out for a truck. It's a one kind of commodity.
Well, and then going out for the bids, I mean, if we're just starting, because I mean, it'll quickly get over purchasing policy, but.
Yeah, you know,
But
if we just need it for basically research purpose, I don't think there's anything wrong with starting to just figure out what the general costs would be.
Well, it's kind of an emergency situation,
Mhm.
because like you said, we're paying more in labor. It's costing us money. Like, that's the, I mean, maybe that's the other thing we can do, is we can track how much it costs and send them the bill every month. Offset the bill.
just don't pay their bill.
That won't go very far.
I know it won't, but.
Just don't pay their lease
Yeah.
bill.
Be like, who? Leon County who?
Then we're going to really be in trouble.
And we did technically, just as a thought, we did designate area for solid waste dump sites so that other people couldn't come into our community and create a solid waste place. Maybe we're purchasing if we can't do anything, you know, if we need a true waste
As
management.
long as we can haul our trash out of here, we should.
I don't think there's anything wrong with
We
attempting to figure out the purchase, but if we want to do a full,
Bid on us one time, didn't we, Judge?
Yeah, Hutto or whatever their name was. I don't know if they're still in business or not. They came in for a while, probably about a year.
So we have 6 months left in our, roughly 6 months left in our fiscal year. So if we're gonna go over $50,000 with whatever this other company we may use,
100.
or multiple companies, then I would say we're gonna need to actually formally bid it out.
It's over 100 now.
We haven't changed our purchasing policy yet. Ours is, our policy, I believe, is
Oh, well.
still at 50.
Okay. Well, the state passed 100 though.
But
Yes,
she's saying
but
our
we haven't
Oh, yeah,
changed
change.
ours.
We decided to
like
stay
our
on county
policy
policy.
yet.
We decided to stay at 50.
Well, I mean, we could,
You better put on the agenda next time, change our policy.
yeah, I was gonna say, we should,
Well, I thought we.
We updated
I thought
them,
we
and then
left it
right
at
after
50
we
for a
updated them is whenever they changed that to 100.
Put that on the
that
agenda.
needs to be changed.
Tammy,
That
go.
was-
Change policy?
Yeah, change the bid policy, bid policy.
Discuss and Probably take action on reviewing our purchasing.
Yeah, so,
Breakdowns.
I mean, in going out for bids, I don't really think that we need to bid the entire thing, compactors and all. I think we just need to go out to bids for some supplemental dumpsters at the dump.
Yeah.
And
40-yard
on
dumpsters.
on a trial period,
Top.
or 5 months or whatever, yes, sir.
I make the motion, we go out for bids for 40-yard dumpsters at each location.
They're 30s, aren't they?
30?
I think 30.
They're 30 yards.
40?
Is
I
that
think
including
they're
the
30.
extra?
You don't want 40, they're too tall?
Well, I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
And you're going after bids, so,
If they
okay.
can get it.
Tammy had a question.
Does that include the expo?
All-
Problem at the
all-
expo?
Yeah, it's taking 3 weeks minimum to get one.
Yeah, absolutely. 30 yard.
They won't come pick it up either?
Who does this here?
It ain't one out
Who
there.
does on the square? Cause they come, they come regular Tuesday morning, they're here.
Yeah, but that's the one that just does the city pickup.
Well, yeah, they do this one and the one over
Right,
behind
that's the
Annex
city,
too.
that's the city trash truck.
Metro sanitation or something.
How many do y'all wanna bid out for each location, one or two, or
I'd like to have two.
two each?
One for me.
Two and
Two,
two.
one, two, and one at the expo? Okay,
Yeah, 2 Glen, 2 Marquette.
okay.
All right, made that a formal motion.
Second.
You got-
Sir?
We're going with it. You got a motion?
So, yeah, well, but if you got something.
I just said it a while ago, I mean, it's, you can't put a trash here and trash here and be separate. It's county trash. And that's the way you have to look at that.
I understand that, but they're not, that's why I was asking, they're not holding up their end of the bargain, so effectively, we're declaring them in default.
Well, if we.
And then we're gonna go out to bid and get
If we do
one
that,
put side by side.
Three months ago.
We're not gonna use them anymore, what you're saying.
No,
Well, we
sir.
may let them run side by side until they come get them. Once we declare them in default, they may come get them.
Okay.
We've already made a motion several months ago for Keith. We've already directed him to send the proper paperwork that they weren't doing their job. He sent that to them. They've been notified that they're in breach of their contract, so whatever we have to do above and beyond that to make sure the trash is hauled off, if they come pull everything they got, and then.
Well, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with the way we've done it. I just saying that.
The only problem I see
Bid's a
is
bid.
if they come and we're not open, them picking up somebody else's container, some funky driver, come pick up one.
But you have to make sure they're well marked, yeah.
Brand X, roll-off instead of picking theirs up.
Yeah.
That might be a problem.
Okay, so we got a motion to go out for bids for
30 yard at each.
30 or 40, whatever.
two per location? So what you said?
Those are eight.
I've got those numbers.
Okay, one.
She's got it.
Two, and Jordan, two.
Okay. We're going out for bids for roll-off dumpsters at the four locations, excuse me. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right. E, discuss probably take action on RFP 2026-358 plumbing services.
We bid this out, but we did not get any bids in. So all of them were no bid, so I don't know what y'all would like to do. If y'all would like to rebid it or.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a motion that we rebid it, and I think there wasn't any confusion. I think people just got busy and they didn't respond. I know at least one that I talked to was like, oh, that was today. It's too late.
One of these?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we got a motion on the floor to
Then you
rebid.
can just do E and F and G all together, because I think they're all the same.
Yes, well, we did get one.
You did get
bid
one here.
on the
But I thought he was late, or he didn't have all the paperwork.
It did not submit.
Did not submit an addendum.
So,
he doesn't qualify either, so that's what I'm saying. We just need to
Just
go
go
ahead
ahead
and
and do
rebid it all, and give
And
everybody a
nobody
chance to
else.
clean up their stuff.
All three of them, nobody bid on the electrical, or the AC, or the plumbing. Second.
Okay, we got a motion second for all E, F, and G. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we're going to go into closed session at 11:50.
Oh, yeah,
do you mind calling in on that?
I did.
Trust me, I called them Thursday for the sheriff. They're literally, good morning, everybody, said about